So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the workshop on Advanced Excel. I believe everybody settled down and downloaded the case studies on their respective desktops as instructed, and my audio is reaching to you. Can somebody gives me a heads up?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
good.
yes, yes.
Okay, thank you so much. All right. So first thing first, you know the agenda, why you're here. I no need to repeat that. But before starting the session, instead of being alien to each other, let's have a quick introduction so that we can get to know each other very well. You can ask your questions in the comfort zone and we can make our program more interactive. So for your understanding, I'll tell you Excel is such a subject. In fact, 6 months training is also not enough. So we have a limited window time of 16 hours. So I just want to ensure that though I have my ready-made agenda, but if you have some mindset or goal you have kept in your mind and you have nominated yourself for this training program, so at the end of the day, at least you should get to know all these things, whatever you have expected, and you'll get a lot of confidence to make your things better. So I'll be just starting with myself, the introduction part, and then I'll be stepping into the meeting room and I will just call out the name and you have to help yourself with a two-line of introduction and along with the expectations from this 16 hours of journey on Microsoft Excel. So my name is Pravas Panda. Past 17 years, I have been to this MS Office training and consulting. I own a small organization called Excel4all. Though the name is confined to Excel, but our expertise is widened, scope is widened, and our expertise is there into complete MS Office application. Along with that, the ETL tools like Power BI, Tableau, and finance modeling with Excel and finance for non-finance. So 90%, 95% we deal with our corporate trainings, and in the weekends, we do conduct this kind of classes for the individuals who are unable to spend time for their learning curve in their corporates. They can join our workshop and they can get benefits out of this so that they can get a confidence to make their things better in terms of saving their turnaround time, increasing the productivity and efficiency, and to avoid the duplication of work and reducing the human errors. So this is the small introduction about me. Now I'm more interested to know about something about you as well as the expectations from this today's program. So from my table, I'll just call out the name starting from first Abdul Abdul Basit. Just help me with your two-line of introduction and expectations from this today's program.
Hi, good afternoon to everybody. I
Yeah.
am Abdul Basit Sheikh. I belongs to the organization of Sahyadri Hospitals. So I am heading the position of Assistant Vice President for the Biomedical Engineering, basically the medical equipment in the hospital industry. Okay, my expectation through this program is to learn and understand what are the advances in the Excel so that we can use or utilize these tricks and Excel details in our day-to-day business requirements. That is the basic requirement and expectations of me from this program.
Okay.
That's all from my.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Rashid. Next, I'll go to Amit.
Hey, hi all, good afternoon. So my name is Amit Sachdev. I'm currently working with JP Morgan. So my expectation from this is like I have to build a timesheet to know the efficiency, productivity, individual performance of my team. So that's why I've joined this session. Hope to
Okay.
gain much. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Next, I'll go to Devi. Yeah. Thank you, Amit. Next, I'll go to Devi.
Hello everyone, I'm Devi. I'm currently working in Deloitte as a SAP consultant. I knew basics of Excel, need to learn more on this.
Okay. All right. Next, I'll go to Mishba.
Hello, my name is
Yeah.
Misbah. I have completed my graduation in BCA. I am from Pune and I want to learn advanced in Excel. That's why I joined this session. Thank you.
All right. Next, I'll go to Ria.
Hello,
Yep.
my name is Ria George. I'm from Bangalore. So I'm working as a phonics teacher And I used to work as a data verification executive from the year 2015 to 2018. And then I switched to teaching. I worked as a Montessori teacher for 3 years in a school. And now currently I'm working as a phonics teacher, taking reading classes. And I want to learn the functionalities of advanced Excel. That's my expectation.
All right. Next, I'll go to Subhendu. Yes, Subhendu, if your mic is on mute, you can unmute and speak. We are in the verge of introduction, so you can help you.
Yeah, good afternoon, all of
Okay.
you. I'm Subhendra Shekhar Sahu. Actually, I'm currently working as an faculty logistics in Tech Mahindra Foundation. My expectation today is, for Excel. Actually, I want to learn, basic as well as some advanced Excels for
Okay.
our day-to-day works. Basically, we are actually, which we can actually impart our, students specifically for how to do forecastings. We do actually having, supply chain. There is a forecasting techniques with, Excel linear programming. So if I can, get a better idea for, learning Excel, then it will be a pleasure for me.
All right. So basically, the forecasting functions
Yes, yeah,
that you forecasting is the go for linear forecasting.
yes.
All right. So next, I'll go for Titnun.
Hello all, I'm Titnan Mali Mahapatra. I work with State Commission for Women Odisha for last 10 years. I am here to enhance my Excel skills. Thank you.
Next, I'll go to Vaidyanathan.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vaidyanathan. I'm working in FIS, and my expectation is hope I will get learned from this course for the data analysis and uh, pivot charts and like p- that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much for your uh, brief introduction and the expectations. So I have noted down everything. Anything is missing, you're always welcome in this 16 hours of journey to address all your concerns, people. No issues. I'll definitely help you out with regard to that. But one thing for sure, you have to make a note of it that you have to practice it well, because I can only give you some helping hand in terms of the roadmaps, how to deal with all your problem statements. But to get a hang on those topics, you have to help yourself with a practice. So you have to make a point going forward from this training program, whatever the learning takeaways you have to keep practicing upon the same. Either you can take your own case studies from your live data, or you can use our case studies also for repeated practice, not an issue. At any point of time, if you have any challenges during the training program, feel free to ask the queries then and there. If the questions are related to the subject what you are discussing, I'll be taking enough time to clarify then and there. If the questions are related to your personal data or some queries, at the end of the training, I'll be spending some 10 to 15 minutes of time to clarify and to help you out with regard to that. Now, we'll be taking one short break depending upon the flow of the content, somewhere between 4 to 4:30 p.m. So I request you refrain using mobile phone calls or any other WhatsApp chats and all, because each and every topic will be interlinked and this will be helpful somewhere or the other to you in your routine activities. So give your 100% focus on the training, and whatever your queries, you can ask me by simply switching on your mic or making your mic on, and you can ask your questions and reading out your whatever the voice message. I will helping out with replying the same. Suppose you believe lot of noise around over here at your workplace, at your workstation, don't use mic. We have got the chat box window option. You can very well drop your queries over here. So throughout this training, this will be on, and I can read out your text and I'll help you out with the right solution. If you believe the audio exchange or text exchange is still not enough, you need my presence on your screen. We do have a screen sharing option over there. You can always share your screen, and while you are sharing your screen, make a point that you are sharing your entire screen, not a specific window. I repeat, while you are sharing your screen, share your entire screen or entire desktop, not a specific window. And why I'm telling all these things? Because if you share a specific window, I will not be any help over there because the Windows launchers will be missing, some Windows dialog box will be missing, and I can't see what you are doing the actions over there. So this is the reason why these are the minimum instructions we need to follow throughout this training program. And regarding the files, I believe everybody has downloaded those case studies, which is there over email we have shared as a zip attachment. I request not to open any file from that zip attachment, download that folder as it is, and go for right click and extract all. So you'll be getting so many files like this. So if you have not done it, please do it now. Or if you have done it, please drop me a quick message in the chat box, Y for yes or D for done. So this is how we are going to communicate throughout this training program. I shall keep asking questions like, have you done? Are you with me? Is it clear? Have you understood? So I'll be also seeking a one-line message support from your side, Y for yes or D for done. So that is going to make us a simple confirmation that you all are with me and we all are in equal page and we are good to go for the next level and we can effectively utilize the window time. All right. So I got a confirmation from Amit, Titnum, and Vaidyanathan and Suvendu. How about others, please? If you have not done it, please do it now. Download that zip folder as it is, right click and extract all. Okay. Now, no need to spend time making any kind of note during the training program. I'll be giving you the entire notes along with the recordings also session wise you will be getting. So you can follow those recordings during the practice. Anywhere the connectivity is lost, you can always connect with that recording. And if you have a poor network, sometimes because of the bad network bandwidth, you have lost the connectivity or you have logged out from the meeting room, please log in immediately. But I request you, if you are using the mobile internet, just forward all your calls or connect through a data cable and make it as a USB tethering. Don't use the hotspot for a long duration. Mobile will be generating a lot of heat. And again, there might be a chance of bad interconnectivity as well. If you're using the Wi-Fi connectivity, make sure multiple logins or multiple devices logins, you please ignore it. Because if you do so, again, the problem will be you will not be getting the sufficient bandwidth. So till the training program, just this 4 hours, manage your internet connectivity in that way so that you'll not be facing any trouble and we can get a proper flow of our content or the case studies, whatever we are designing, I will help you out with there. All right. Fine then. So now the data is ready. So the question is, why so many files? Though it is a 16 hours training program, but why so many files? So I'll tell you the background story of this files paper. I'm not only going to teach you the Excel features, formula, functions over there in this 16 hours. I'm also going to give you some helping hand in terms of solutions for the problems what you face in your routine activities. So what kind of problem we face in our routine activities, Prabhas? If you ask me a question, I'll tell you a major concern is about managing the file size or data management. So most of the time what it happens, we'll end up with some huge data set and that file size, if you see, it is all of a sudden it goes for beyond 5 MB, 10 MB, 15 MB, or sometimes it goes 50 MB also. So that is very difficult again to manage our data and work further and application of formula functions, and it takes a lot of time to open the file. And that kills our productivity as well. So in those cases, the major concern is how to reduce our Excel file size. So I'll tell you, just watch my screen, no need to do anything. I have shared a Word document for you naming called 8 ways to reduce your Excel file size. So over here, if you see, we have very precisely designed all those over here, how to reduce your Excel file size. And very sample case I'll take you through, which will be easy to understand. See, we have got a file over here as Excel file of 14.6 MB space. It's a huge data. So how to reduce the Excel file size? So this option you can always follow without deleting a single content, without removing any data out of this, we could reduce our Excel file size by 28%, which is a great achievement. So like this, there are 8 different ways we have prescribed. So on your idle time, just go to all these entire steps. Though you may not remember, I do understand, but keep this file with you. Tomorrow, at any point of time, either you or anybody of your teammates, they may face this kind of trouble. You can be a helping hand to your teammates as well. So this is the reason why this file I have shared with you just to give a helping hand. Now, there is one more file I have shared naming called keyboard shortcuts. So keyboard shortcuts, if you open this file, you will be finding not only Microsoft Excel, but also your MS Word, PowerPoint, whatever the keyboard shortcuts we have, I have given you complete list over here. So on your idle time, just go to all this entire list and make a point, at least two keyboard shortcuts you are learning and you're implementing at your workplace. And trust me, when you develop this habit, within 30 days, you can see a significant growth at your working place. Overnight, nothing is possible. Practice makes only a man or woman perfect. So you have to dedicatedly practice it. Is it really necessary? Yes. Because in today's world, time is money. So the more the mouse usage you do, the more the time you are going to consume, and you're going to leave a negative impressions in the audience mind as well. So it is better you should train yourself using the keyboard shortcuts the most, and you can save a lot of time. So this is again for practicing purpose. I have shared this entire list people. So you have to practice on that. Now coming back to one more notepad file I have shared with you naming called Learning Excel Free. So you'll be finding there are 10 website names I have shared with you. What's the point? What's the reason? Am I promoting all these brands in my platform? Not at all. Or am I the brand ambassador of any of this website? No way. Then why only these 10 websites? There are many more sites out there in our web world. The reason is very simple. I have done all the research in our web world and I found that these 10 websites are having the lot of handy, beautiful industrial contents where you can learn your Excel even more better. Like, as I told you, Excel is such a subject. In fact, 6 months training is also not enough. So you have attended this 16 hours training. You learned everything. You have got the hang on those topics. Then what's next? Where to go? So instead of going to someone's YouTube channel and later getting frustrated, I would suggest go and navigate these sites. You'll be getting beautiful contents over there. And in fact, you can correlate at your workplace. And the beauty is, entire thing is complimentary. You don't need to pay a single penny for that. Only thing is you have to invest your time for it. And the another beauty of these websites are is they will be having the forums where you can ask your questions and the expert will be answer over there for your queries. You'll be getting your beautiful answers for your queries as well. And that's also complimentary for you. So this is the reason why I have shared all these website names. So whenever time permits and if you have interest to learn Excel further, going to the next level, you can always follow these websites. Now, coming to the next. There is a file I have shared naming called Office Repair. So here, two website links I have shared with you. What's the point of sharing the website links? I'll tell you. Sometimes what it happens, we face some problems while opening some Excel files. It says Excel not responding. Excel is restarted. Excel stopped working. Or Excel is hanged. Or Excel is opening, but it is showing some kind of scrambled or language or an alien kind of language which we can't read your data. So in those kind of situation, our data goes for toss, no doubt, but how to retrieve our data? So rather wasting our time for waiting for someone's third party support, I would suggest whenever you find such kind of trouble, take one of the link, copy that, go to your browser, whichever Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox or Microsoft Edge, paste it there in the web address box, and then it will be leading to a site where you can see a tool you'll be getting. So you just need to download this tool and install it. And whatever the Excel files is being corrupted, you have to locate that file over here. So you don't need to have any tech savvy knowledge to operate this or make the functional. Then you have to click on this repair button and you have to leave your system. Trust me, it will take its own time and 95% data you can recover as it is. Now you can ask me a question, Prabhas, why did you reserve 5% as data loss? Yes, there will be a data loss. Now, what type of data there will be loss? If you have created some kind of engineering diagrams or process flow diagrams, work breakdown structures, organization chart, taking multiple shapes and connecting lines, there might be a chance of data loss of those kind of topics. But if you have some tabular data or charts and graphs, formula functions as it is, you can recover out of it. And the beauty is, entire thing is complementary. You don't need to pay a single penny for that. Only thing is, over here, you have to purchase a license if your Excel file size is exceeding 5 MB of space, because you can get a complimentary service only up to 5 MB of Excel file size. So any point of time, if you have a huge data or more than 5 MB file, you have to purchase the license of that tool. So this is how all this information what I've shared is nothing but to give a helping hand to you. Now rest of the data you see the files it is containing, it is nothing but we have understood various business sectors and we have taken out some data as a problem statement from HR, finance, accounts, production, planning, supply chain, safety, anything you name it, all the mixed examples will be there. And those are the real-time our case studies, or you can say SAP-driven data. So if such kind of scenario comes, how to deal with the same, I'm going to take you through that. So we are going to work together on those files. All right. So this is all about our files. Now, coming back to our file, naming called corporate case studies. Kindly open that. Okay. So you'll be landing up with the cover page. Click on this next button. It will take you to the sheet over here. Naming called daily essential functions and formula. So in your routine activities, what are the functions we need to use and we should know about those functions. So I have taken some sample case studies for you. So kindly confirm the same worksheet is open in front of your screen. File name is corporate case studies. Sheet name is business maths. Okay. Fine. So now, being an Excel user people, we must know which version of Microsoft Excel is installed in our system or what is that version we are dealing with. Being Excel user, we must know that. So how to explore which version is installed in my system? I'll tell you. Start working with me. Go to the file menu. And when you go to the file menu over there, it will take you to some multiple options in the backstage, where in the bottom side, you will be finding you might be having a dedicated options called account, or within more, it might be there, but account will be there. You can just click on that. It will take you through one more page. And here you can check which version of Microsoft you have got on your system. So in my case, it is of 365. In your case, just check it out and drop me a message quickly on the chat box. If it is 365, write 365. If it is 2016, 2019, or 2013, just write that, please. Okay, so Vaidyanathan is having 365. Very good. Priya is having 2013. Okay, Amit is an Office LTSC Professional Plus. So 2021, Amit, if I'm not wrong. Okay,
Prabhas,
great.
it's 2021.
Okay. Yes. How about others? Going to file menu, then within that account will be there. Check that and get your version and drop me a message. Yes. Suvendra Titnum, will you please help me out quickly? Abdul. Yeah. 265 Titnum. Very great. Well, okay. Suvendra is having 2021. Fine. Abdul, may I get that? Abdul, that is your Windows version. We are not talking about Windows version. We are talking about MS Office version. So open one file. The file name is corporate case studies, and go to the file menu and go to the account. And you'll be finding this kind of window, and there it will be explained what kind of version or what is the version name of yours. It will be stated over here.
Can you just repeat, please?
Yep. Going to the file menu, open any Excel file,
Just,
going to the file menu, you have the options in the left bottom. Account is there.
just for file menu. Yeah.
In that account,
Account. No, I'm not able to.
what is that last version option you are seeing? When you go to file menu, what is that you see?
Yeah, that is
The last
options and exit.
options. Okay. Just
Yeah.
about to that. Just about to that.
Help.
Okay. Can you please share the screen?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Go to Excel, please. Okay. So I guess your 2010 version, Abdul.
Yeah. Yeah.
So today somewhat you can manage, but tomorrow you have to at least get minimum 2013.
Okay.
Yeah,
Windows
because the
2013.
features, yeah, the features will be missing when you are working with 2010, because that is
Okay.
what I have told in the mail also, minimum 2013 or above versions is required. Anyway, so today we
Okay.
can manage with these things, but tomorrow at least you please ensure you have got 2013 installed on your system.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
Yeah. All right. So I'm
Shall I
taking
stop
the
sharing?
yeah. I'll just take a control on that, not issue. All right. So I believe now we have got our understanding that which version of Microsoft Excel we have in our system. And now the question is, you can ask me, Prabhas, how it is going to be different if I got different versions? Because if you work with MS Office from 2013 and onwards, there is a different era started. And before 2013, there was a different era. So why I'm asking for finding your own version? Because so you would be seeing somebody's using Excel some beautiful features, functions, or some kind of tools and making their job easy. So definitely you will also start expecting from your system. But when you navigate your system in MS Office, those options are missing. So you'll be panicked. How come it is happening? That person is having, but I don't have. This is nothing but because of the versions. So you can see, you can ask me over here, Prabhas, then what is the your recommendation as a facilitator, as a trainer, which version we should have in our system? I would say you must have Office 365. The reason is in Office 365, there are many more tools, features, formulas, functions, formatting patterns, and some AI tools also embedded, which you do not have in any other versions of Microsoft Excel. So Office 365 is a subscription version, and same parallel you have a standalone license also, you have Office 2021. So 95% similarities will be there, no worries, but yes, the difference is this. So what is subscription version? Subscription version is as long as you are willing to use Microsoft Office, you can pay some royalty to Microsoft on monthly basis or yearly or annually basis. Whatever it is been feasible to you, you can go for that. But standalone license, this is one-time purchase dedicated to your system. You'll be getting your ID and key over there, and you have to just log in with your ID and password, and that license will be pertaining or belong to you. That's called standalone license. Anyway, so I'll let you know whenever whatever the features comes, and if you believe it is not there in your system, this is because of the versions different. So don't be panic. Only thing is you have to upgrade your Microsoft Office versions to the latest version. Now, coming back to our data. Now, suppose say, take an example, somebody from a different department, he came to me and asked, Prabhas, I need to purchase three products, ABC, XYZ, anything you name it. Now, how much quantity to be purchased? Very clear. A of 300, B of 23, and C of 54. So quantity, how much to be purchased, that is pretty clear. Now, when I inquired with the vendor, vendor has given the rates, A of 3 rupees each, B of 12 rupees each, and C of 14 rupees each. Now I have taken up this matter to my finance department and I asked them, please give me a check in favor of XYZ Limited so that I can start procuring the materials from them. Then my finance team asked me a question, Prabhas, how much amount you need? So I need to answer them. So to answer my finance department, what we do exactly, let's discuss. Don't do anything, just watch my screen. First, we'll go to a new column. We'll apply formula equal to quantity multiply by rate. And then when I get the answer, I'll go for a total of that. Then we realize we need to get 1,932 rupees of check from my finance team. This is how we do our regular jobs. Nothing wrong. Whatever we are doing is absolutely right. But the thing is, if you analyze the situation, our answer is lying in this cell. But what is the point of getting all these three value? Is it playing any role? No. So we are forced to create all these things because unless and until you create this three value, this total cannot be achieved. So now can you realize why our file size is getting heavy? Because we keep creating a lot of unwanted data. So whatever the task we have done in this fashion, we have to stop doing it. This is one more reason. Now, I'll tell you one more reason why this is not recommended is when you go to a new column and apply the formula for number of times, number of rows, number of cells, whatever it is, the file size is also getting heavy because of the formula. So you have to keep your formula length minimum and crisp so that the file size will not be heavy and the data processing also will be faster. So whatever our existing practices are there, people, today we are going to stop. We are not going to do this anymore. So then how to get the answer? See, there is a total amount, one cursor is there, cell is there, highlighted with gray color, right? Now there we are going to apply a formula. Now, how to write your formula efficiently? Very first question. So I'll go for is equal to, and I'll type the formula name called sum. Just go for typing the same. So when you type equal to sum, what you see on your screen? Is it showing all the list of formula where the sum text is there?
Yes, it is.
Right. So now we are going to deal with a formula naming called SumProduct. So for that, just hit the P button. So when you hit alphabet P button on your keyboard, it will take you through SumProduct formula highlighted in blue color. So once we find the formula is highlighted in blue color and we want that formula to be embedded in our cell, then no need to go and type the entire string of the formula, entire text of the formula. Just hit your tab key in your keyboard in the left side, TAB, one tab key is there. So when you hit the tab button, it will automatically populate the formula till open parenthesis label. All right. So this is the smart way of writing your formula. Now coming back to the formula. This is called an array formula, very old formula it is. And this is called as an array formula. Now what it demands me, array 1. So in our data, what is the first column is the quantity. So I should go and select the entire quantity column without header. Now comma. What's the next one? Is array 2. So in our array 2, the data is there in date per hour and that becomes our array 2. So since we have got two arrays, two columns that we have defined inside the formula, and the moment we go and hit enter, this is going to give us the result 1932. So whatever things we have been doing it manually there the other way, even though we have got 10,000 row items, a simple formula is going to do the job for us. So this is how, whenever there's a need, we can use the formula naming called SumProduct. All right. So check it out. Is it working? Any difficulties? All right. So I believe it is quite comfortable for you to write the formula and get the answer, right? Now, stay focused over here. Sometimes what it happens, people, when we design some formula and functions and we send it across to the next level, people are not happy reading the formula in this pattern. Like if they want to understand in total amount what is the formula we have written or designed, they have to keep the cursor in that formulated cell. They have to look back in the formula bar, and then only they can understand what kind of formula we have been using there. So suppose say my boss is not happy in this method. He is saying, Prabhas, you have written some formula, then why don't you keep the formula under display with the immediate next column towards your right side. So now the question is how to display our formula and retain it in our Excel sheet. So any point of time, if you want to do so, there is a beautiful formula naming called formula text is there. So check it out. So 2010, those who are having it will not be there definitely. So Abdul, this formula you will not be having. But rest of the people, those who are having 2013 and above, you will be definitely getting formula text. And what is the job of this formula text? I'll tell you. So formula text formula is nothing but over here. It is demanding me as reference. So what is the meaning by reference? Reference is nothing but the cell which contains the formula. And once you select and hit enter, the formula will be under display. So this is called your formula text. So what is sum product? What is formula text? I believe it's clear, working fine for everyone. Any difficulties, anybody?
Uh, uh, Hi, actually, it populates the same things, right? What we have seen in the F10 and in H10.
Yeah, that is what. See, this is the formula output is displaying now. Now, if I want to
Okay,
know what is this formula designed inside this cell, I need to look at the formula bar. Then only I
okay,
can realize this is of some product. So the same formula we are keeping under display. So this,
okay,
whatever the learnings, whatever we are making it, this will be very, very helpful whenever you go for template designing. Now, suppose say
okay,
you have to design a template for your team and people want to know what kind of formulas you are using there. So you can design the formula and keep the formula under display like this. So this will be kind of a reference document for them, or whenever you want to go for knowledge transfer to the people in the Excel, what kind of formulas you have used, you want to keep them under display, then you can also use there over here, this kind of formulas.
okay. Can we able to hide this one? This formulas support?
No, which one you want to hide? The formula in the this cell, like F10 you want to hide, or this formula you
No,
want to hide?
H10. If it is for training purpose, sometimes we need to hide it and hide. So
Right, you can hide the column. This is one
column.
way.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, otherwise you can do one thing. You can go to home and you can change the font color to white.
okay,
Simple.
okay. Like okay, done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So now we have done with our product of values, the calculations of some product and formula text. Now we'll proceed to our next example, naming vendor evaluation. So in any industry, wherever we are working with, whenever we want to purchase something, our purchase department, they have their standard operating procedure, or we call it as sort SOP. What they say that do not depend upon with a single source of supply, because if you do so, then you are running your business with high risk. And they always recommend go for minimum three competitive cores, and we call them technically L1, L2, and L3. So here, take a look. We have a prices column. And if I need to find out what would be my L1 price, the lowest one, Just manually check and tell me what would be the lowest price.
99.
99.
74. Sorry, 74.
74. Okay. 74. What would be the L2 price, second lowest?
99.
99. Third lowest?
136.
136. Right. So now we have identified, since we have maximum, guys, mic is echoing. Please keep your mic on mute. If you have anything, then you can unmute and ask. No issues. So here, L1, L2, L3, we have identified. Since we have maximum 7 to 8 items, it was very easy for us to read the data. Now think about it. If you have a real-time situation, when you open the Excel file, there are 10,000 records like this in the column. And out of 10,000 records, if you need to find out L1, L2, L3, what is that we do? So in this case, technically, we go for sorting the data or arranging the data in smallest to largest order. And whatever the three line items appears in the top, those things we highlight and we copy them. We drop a message in the our Outlook in our new a mailbox, and we write some statement to our boss stating that, sir, we have done the ground level of workings and we have identified our L1, L2 supplier, L3 supplier rates. Please approve the same so that we can work further. So this is how we operate. Now, what is the point of discussion on this? Yes, we agree, we do like that. So what's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong. The thing is, this action is repetitive in nature. Repetitive in the sense, how come repetitive? Today, we are looking for XYZ product. I need to go for doing this job once. Tomorrow, suppose my product changes to ABC or DEF something. Again, we have to rework on the same. So this sorting is the action which is recurring in nature, isn't it? So this is what we are stopped using it. So what we can do, instead of just doing it manually or doing the sorting repeatedly, if I could help you out something, designing the solution in one column, naming called bottom three. So whenever you choose a product, bottom three values will be ready automatically. That will be making sense? Yes. So how to do that? That is the question. Now here, take a look. First of all, we need to select all the three cells. Why we need to select all the three cells? Because we want the answer in all the three cells. Now, once I select, I can keep my mouse away from me or touchpad. I don't need to touch. Simply, I need to go for equal to. And there is a formula naming called small. So what I need to do, I will select all the three cells, leaving your mouse, leaving your touchpad equal to, and you have to go for a formula name called small. So this is an array formula. And what it is demanding over here is the array. What is the meaning by array? See, in any formula of Excel, if it demands array or table array, it will be the combination of your rows and columns. So here, where is the data it is asking? Data is in our prices column. So we have taken. Now, when I copy this formula towards down, when I copy this formula towards down, in this range should move down. If it is, then we should lock it. Then how to lock it? So over here, if you look at, I have taken one step extra, one row extra, which is not equally required. So I'll be taking this range, and this range should not move down or move right. So we should lock it. And to lock the same, we can use a key called F4 in the top row. F1, F2, F3, F4 is coming up. So use F4. And F4 is the key. If it is not a direct key, go with the functional key over there and use over here function F4, FN key with F4. It depends upon the brand of laptop or keyboard behavior. Okay. Now, comma, what is the next thing it is asking is K. What is the meaning by K? K is nothing but the constant, the integer, the number or ranking. So here if I go for ranking, L1 rank should be 1, L2 rank should be 2, L3 rank should be 3. So basically in place of that ranking purpose, we need 1, 2 and 3, but we can't give it together. And neither we could go to each and every cell and edit the formula. That's not an idle practice also. So we can use over here in the right side, whatever the numbers is there, 1, 2, 3, that we can use over here. But how to use that? We need to go to the right side. So I'll go for use the right arrow key to reach to the right side, whatever the column we have the data. And now formula is ready only for a cell, but we need to apply for rest. So what we can do, we can use Control Enter. And when you use Control Enter, it will be applied for the entire data set. So this is how we are supposed to design the formula naming called small. And as I told you, this is called array formula. Okay. So kindly check it out. You get small formula based answers over here.
You told Control Enter to
Yeah,
drag the formula for in the next columns, right?
in the next rows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Provided you should have selected while designing the formula, you need to select all the cells, then start designing the formula. And once it is over, Control Enter. Instead of Enter, you should go for Control Enter.
Okay. And here you have already mentioned as a 1, 2, 3
Yes,
in the
right side
G14,
column.
15, 16. Okay. So that
Yes,
is a mandatory requirement.
yes. As such, it is mandatory.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you.
How to log the formula? Can you
F4, F4 on your
F4?
keyboard. Yeah, on your keyboard. In the top row, you will be finding F1, F2, F3, F4. So this F4 is going to help you in application of dollar symbols. Now, if it is not happening, then you have to use function with F4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then after F4,
After F4, comma, then you need to take the cursor towards your right.
okay. Okay.
Then bracket close, Control Enter.
Control Enter. Sir, I got a error. Now.
Now, some problem that you can share your screen.
Sir, can you repeat again the formula, please?
That's what I'm saying. You can share your screen. I can see where is the mistake happening.
Okay.
Right, go to Excel. Fine. First you select enter 3 cells. No, not there, not below. Where you need the answer, those bottom 3 cells.
Here, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shift and down arrow key.
Shift and down. So is it okay?
No, why you are keeping the cursor inside? Keep outside once. Then go and click the first cell. Yes. Then shift and down arrow key. Right. Now
Okay,
equal
sir.
to. Then type small. Tab. Then take towards your left. Use the left side arrow key. Then select everything. Control Shift down arrow key. Then lock it by F4.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hit the F4 key.
Yes, sir. Done.
No, hit your F4 button in the top row. F1, F2, F3, F4 is there.
Yes, sir. I did.
Okay, so the dollar symbols are not applying. Then go for function with F4.
Okay, sir. Is it okay
Yeah.
now?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what you have to do. You have to confirm.
Okay, sir.
Then
So
comma.
then, comma.
Now use the right arrow key.
Shift right arrow.
Not shift, only right arrow key to move right. Now bracket close. Then control enter.
Control. Enter.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So you got your answer. Now some product you did not get the right answer.
Yes, sir.
Just check it out. Keep the cursor in that cell formula. Total amount, that 333. There you keep the cursor. You have taken only one range,
Yes, sir.
not like that. So you take the first, type it again, equal to. No, don't edit. Do it again.
So, sir, how to delete the sum product formula?
Just escape and type equal to. No, that is what. Don't go for double click. Just type equal to. Sum product. SUMP. Tab. And array 1 means quantity column.
Yes, sir.
Select everything from quantity, comma. Then array 2 is the rate per unit. And enter. Then keep the cursor towards the right side. And type formula text equal to formula text. Tab. And then refer that cell 1932 with the answer. And hit enter. All right, so I'm taking the control back on the screen. You can keep your mic on mute. Fine. So I believe now we all are clear with the small formula applications for finding this bottom three results. Similarly, now we are going to find our top three results. Okay. So here, as I understand, the situation is getting a bit different for people. So we'll change the pattern. Okay. First, you see my screen, what I'm doing, observe, and next 1 minute you can try on your screen. Don't parallelly work with me. So this is what a lot of problem is happening around. So to stick to time around and to effectively utilize our window time, let's change the pattern. Okay. So first watch my screen. Like top three, I need to find out. For bottom three, we use small formula. Top three, opposite of small, should be large. So as usual, first I'll select all the three cells like this, or shift down arrow key equal to large. When I go for it equal to large over here, what is happening around? Sorry, I guess my spelling mistake. Yeah. Then it asks me array. So array is there in my left. So I should use the left arrow key to reach to this place. And then I should select everything, Control Shift and down arrow key. Now, when I copy this formula towards down, this array should not move down. So this array should not move down. So what we should do? We should to lock it. How to lock it? By using F4 or function F4, comma. Then it asked me K. What is the meaning by K? I told you it should be a constant number, integer, or ranking. For us, it is a ranking, and we need the same 1, 2, and 3, which is there in my left now. So I should use my left arrow key to reach to the left side, then bracket close. Formula is ready, only with one cell, but we need to apply for others. We learned the shortcut. What is that? Control, enter, and we got the answer over here. So this is how, whenever there is a need to find out our top three values, we can make use of this formula, say large. So give it a try and confirm, is it working? Well, I got three confirmation. How about others? Any difficulties? Feel free to ask.
Sir,
For me, it is coming only in the first row.
Because you have not selected all the three rows. Okay, no issues. If your first row alone is highlighted or you are getting the
Yeah.
answer, then you will be getting this drag button.
Okay.
So just go for drag button to double click.
This one. Once again, I will try.
Yep.
the function must put the function F4 then.
Function F4 after that comma, you read the instruction. See, you know, you have to follow the instruction. What I'm saying, try to just work on my screen. Just watch my screen. Equal to large tab, taking the array, locking the same, comma, and taking the data from left because 1, 2, 3 is there in the left.
Okay, sir.
So you should use the left arrow key to reach to the left. Then bracket close and control enter.
Okay, sir.
Yep. Fine. So can I take that everyone is clear with our small and large formula application?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. Now, take a look. So we have learned so far only four formulas. One is sum product, second is formula text, third is small, and fourth one is large. No issues. So this will be very, very helpful in our routine activities, no doubt about it. But think about it. Suppose say I have designed this kind of formula in my Excel reports or Excel worksheet. I have sent it across to my boss. My boss is watching the data. He's quite fine with it, but he has a question in the mind why Prabhas has created all these things. What is the role this column is playing? He is unable to make out, and he believes for a while that it is unwanted, or it is not necessary, and he has deleted the same. Now, can you see our entire formula is in trouble? So this is what most of the time it happens with us. We design some formulas, functions, and people play around with that. They do some kind of trial and error on this, and the formula goes for toss. And they keep bothering us over the phone call, email, and we have to do a duplication of work. So here, whatever we did, people, by taking this kind of helper column, our Excel experts suggest us to do the job like this. But Microsoft Excel never recommends for that. So now the question is how to get the answer. Then bottom three or top three, if you look at how to get the answer of that. So we need those one to three, that's for sure. Without that, it's not possible. But what we are going to make our formula efficient enough in such a way. The formula itself is going to generate those one, two, and three, and then it will be giving the result to us. So let's see how. So first 1 minute, watch my screen, understand the concept first. Then I'll be giving time to try with, don't worry. Now, if I ask you which row we are working with, what will be your answer? Which row we are working with?
14.
14.
So immediately we can express because row number 14 is highlighted. Fine. Now, if I ask Excel to do the same job and find the row number, then Excel will be taking the help of a formula naming called row, open bracket and close bracket. This is also going to do the same job for me. So whatever we manually calculated, Excel is doing the same job by using row function. But in this particular case, the external column, whatever the job we had, what is the first number we had over here? 1, correct? So right now we are getting 14, but we are expecting 1. What is the basic mathematics? What we can do? Minus 13, simple basic mathematics, isn't it? So when I go for it, I am getting my answer as 1. Now the same I can drag it down for others. So I can get 1, 2, 3. So those 1, 2, 3, whatever is missing now, we can get it something doing like this. So we did it outside of the formula. Now same concept we are going to integrate in our formula itself. But how? Just see. First 1 minute, watch my screen again. So as we decided, first we'll go and select this entire array. I have deleted everything. I'll go for a formula equal to large. Now array is there in my left, so I'll be taking this entire array over here, Control Shift and down arrow key. I should lock it by using F4 or function F4, comma, this asks for K. So K purpose will be going for a row function. So when I go for row function over here, it will be giving me 12. How will I know it is giving 12 for me? See, any point of time to see a particular segment of formula, how it works, you can select something like this and press F9. So when you press F9, do you see that it is showing the output of that formula? Yes. So I'm in row number 14. I'm in row number 14, and that's why it is giving 14 over here. Right. But I need to come back. So I'll go for Control Z or undo, Control Z, anything you call it. Then, so row formula is giving row number 14, but we are looking for 1. So minus 13. I can go for it. Now bracket close. Formula is ready only for a cell, but we need to apply for rest. What is the shortcut? Control Enter. And we got the answer. So without taking any kind of helper column or additional column, we could generate our answer. So this is called your large function. Give it a try. And this is called your nested functions.
Prabhas, what was that
Yeah.
F9 where you've clicked on that row brackets?
That is to check while designing the formula. So what we do exactly, first we write our formula, then we hit enter, then we see the execution of the formula. So
Okay.
instead of doing that, whenever you are writing a lengthy formula and you want to ensure that each and every segment is going to give you the right result, you can check during the formula designing mode itself. Now here in this formula, when we are looking at, when I just select row, open bracket and close bracket, this is one segment. And if I press F9, it will show the row number as the output.
Okay.
And then I have to come back. If I'm checking, then I have to come back. And for coming back, Control Z or undo.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So if your large function is working fine and you are getting the answer the way I'm showing the screen, then go and rectify your bottom three also with the small function equal to small, taking the array, locking the cell with F4 or function F4, comma, go for row function, bracket open, bracket close, and minus the previous row number. So I'm in row number 14. I should go for 13 to deduct. Bracket close for small function, control enter. So we got the result. So once it is done, you can give a confirmation message in the chat box, Y for yes or D for done. Or if you have any queries, feel free to ask.
Hello.
Yep.
Sir, I'm getting the error.
Okay, you can share your screen. Let me have a look.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So large, you are going for not row minus one. See in which row you can see in the left side the yellow color highlight
Yeah.
in the row headers.
Yeah.
Which row is highlighted? Left side. Left side. Come left. Take your mouse pointer to the left. 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 Not there. Not that. See.
Yes.
Don't click anywhere. Do not click anywhere. Just take your mouse pointer. Just take the mouse pointer towards your left. The row headers are there. Row numbers are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That serial numbers are there.
This one.
Which row is highlighted? What is that number?
14.
14. So you're in the row number 14. And that
Correct.
row formula will be giving you 14. So you have to deduct 13 out of that. So F14, what you have written in the formula that you remove, that you delete, F14 you delete, and just type 13.
Yeah.
And bracket close. And enter.
Yes.
Enter. Now apply the same for others. No, do not write the formula again. No need to write the formula again. Just select escape, just select others or drag for others, anything whichever it is you are comfortable. Yes, you got the answer. Similarly, go for small also. That yellow colored cells, you write the formula. Bottom three column, bottom three column.
This one.
No, you are in a top three. That is top three column. Header, you see top three, it is written. Towards your left,
Yeah.
bottom three. Towards your left, bottom three. No, you're going right. No need to go for right. Towards your left. Already highlighted with yellow color. The column header is bottom three.
Yeah.
Select all the three cells. Then type equal to and type small formula. Tab Then arrow from the left, array from the left, select everything, lock it with F4 or function F4, comma, type row function ROW, open bracket, close bracket, minus 13. Since we are in row number 14, minus 13. And bracket close, control enter. Bracket close, control enter. And you got the answer. So this is how you have to practice all these formulas, people. Okay, I'm taking the control back on the screen.
Yes.
Fine. So how to use this small function, large function with row combination? These formulas will be pretty helpful whenever you go for designing any kind of summary report, dashboards, templates, you can go for that. So taking the live data, keep practicing. This is going to help you a lot. So we are good to go for next level. So
Sir, I
go
have
to the.
one question, sir.
Mhm.
So in the above formula, suppose column E, in column E, if we have a duplicate values, suppose 74, 74, it is happening multiple times, then
Yeah.
how this formula will work?
It will work for only the first one. It will pick the value for first one. And if it is there two times, then it will be taking the value also same. Suppose I take an example. Now you are getting 188 only once. Okay. Now
Yeah.
suppose I have got one more 188. Now what happens? It has taken both the values because the first one, whatever it appears, it take as L1, T1. Again, similar value is there. That's why it is being populated. So in this case, what you need to do, you have to have a unique value. You have to remove the duplicates. Now, suppose the vendor is giving the same rate, then you have to look for other information like who is giving maximum credit days. Somebody is giving 30 days, somebody is giving 60 days. Then you should up that if the pricing remains the same. Now, if suppose say pricing also same and credit period also same, then who is charging the freight cost and who is inclusive of freight? That also element we have to check. So if you have the value same, then we have to look into the other matters.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, that's a good question you asked. So let's go for the next. Now, suppose say here, what is the need? What is the problem statement? Let's look at that. Most of the time, what it happens when you download the bank statement from your portals, bank portals, you can see the debit and credit, the deposits and withdrawals. Everything comes in one column. And whenever you see the withdrawals are there, definitely that will be in the negative values. And the negative values, how it appears, either in the brackets or in the dash or hyphen symbol. But in bank statement, it comes as a debit or credit, DR or CR, something like that. So similarly, same concept goes for our Excel data also. Now take a look. We have a prices column and where the data is positive and negative, both mixed together. Now what happens over here? My boss is not happy watching that and he's telling me, Shrivas, just do one thing. I don't want to see the negative values. Just get me the values where the positive is there in the next column. So how to get our data only positive values in the next column? Take a look. If you look at our data, if you want to identify which are negative, whichever in the brackets are there, it's negative, pretty clear. Now, if none of them is available, either the brackets or the dash or hyphen symbol, these are positive, simple logic. So this is how when looking at data, you can define or you can decide. Now, if I ask you, please logically decide whether the value is positive or negative, what you'll do? You will go and start checking one by one. If the value is more than zero, then positive. If it is less than zero, then negative. So this is how simple logic we apply. So same thing when you want to apply in Excel, then Excel will be taking the help of our formula naming called if. So I'll just go and open the file one more time. So I'll go and select my entire array. Okay, I'll go for if first, watch my screen. I'll go for logical formula, say if. Logical test from the prices column, I will pick the value. Now, what kind of test I will do? Is it greater than zero? So I'll put greater than zero over here. Then, comma. As formula is demanding, I'll go for comma. Then it asks me value if true. So when we are doing a test, there might be a success or failure. We never know. But we have to check both. If there is a success, means if the value if true, means this value, if it is more than zero, then it is positive. So in the next column, which value we have to put it across? The value which you are checking as it is, comma. Then it is asking value if false, means if this test result there is no success, it's a failure, means if it is not more than zero, if it is not greater than zero, it means it is less than zero. If it is less than zero, then it is negative. So if it is negative, we are not looking for that value in the next column. But in the next column, there must be some treatment, either zero, hyphen, nil, not available, not applicable, anything. We must define that. But how? So over here, anything I want to write, I must write within two double inverted quotes like this. Okay. But I do not want to write anything. I just want to retain the cell as blank. So I can go for simply two double inverted quotes. Double inverted quotes, you have to use shift with double inverted quotes, not single quote four times. There is a different meaning about that. So here people always commits a mistake. They believe that over here there is a space we have to add and they define a space in between two double inverted quotes, and that is really annoying. Though space is not visible, but it is counted as a character by Microsoft Excel. So whenever there is a need, you need to define a blank cell. You must define only two double inverted quotes. Excuse me. Now bracket close. Formula is ready. Only for a cell, need to apply for rest. As we know, shortcut, control, enter. And see the beauty? Wherever the values are positive, it is being populated and negatives are being ignored. So this is how most of the time, whenever you are working with your bank statement or you are looking for customer balances, vendors balances, and the balance is there in debit, credit mode or positive, negative value, you can always segregate the data in this pattern. Give it a try and check it's working. Any doubt, any queries, feel free to ask.
Sir, it's showing some errors.
Error. Okay, you can share your screen. Let's see. Right. So what you have typed, let me see over here. If this, fine. You have not given anything value if true. You have only given the blank cell, that is value if true means blanks. It comes like this. See, there are two inputs. After logical test, there are two sections. One is value if true, one is value if false. So value if true is the same value we are expecting if it is greater than zero. Just select the same cell, the cell where you are containing E23. Yes. comma,
Okay. Comma.
then value if false. See, in the formula, bold letters, what it is coming? Value if false. Means if that value is not greater than 0, what you're expecting? We are not expecting anything, but the output should be blank. So now two double
Okay.
inverted quotes.
Shift. Can you put a shift?
No, two double inverted quotes, shift and double inverted quote. One more. Right, now enter. Now apply the same for others. Going to that cell, double click on that fill handle, that drag button, double click. Go to the same cell and the button which you drag, double click on that. Double click. No, not in the cell inside. The button which you drag, escape, escape, escape. Then the button which you drag, double click, double click. You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm
Okay,
taking the
sir.
control back on the screen.
Thank you.
All right. So I believe everyone is clear so far that condition formula, if condition logic, how to apply and get our answer.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Right.
suppose if I want to highlight in some color instead of giving a blank space, if I want to give any color, then how do I do that?
No, color in the sense which cell you want to apply color.
For
Where it
negative
is
values,
negatives.
I'm giving the empty space. No, here for
You
all
cannot you cannot
values.
apply you cannot apply color in this fashion. If you want to go for application any kind of color or highlighting something, you have to go for conditional formatting. Now suppose say wherever the values are negative from this area, wherever the values are negative, you want to highlight in red color, suppose.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Then going to home, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, less than. So less than what? Less than 0. We have to define first over here. Then what kind of formatting? We should go for over here and then custom format. And then if you want to change the cell color, you should go for fill. So I want red color. The entire cell color will be turned out to be red. And now click OK, again OK, and this is turned. All
Okay,
right?
sir. Got it.
Yeah.
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 Thank you.
Welcome. So this is how people we have understood how to apply this kind of logical formulas in our Excel over there. Having said this, now let's go for our next. So some date related issues, whatever we face on our routine activities, we are going to discuss that.
But sir, I have doubt.
Yeah. Yes, what is the doubt?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm sorry. Sir, this thing, sir, everything is turning 103.2.
Undo, because you did Control D.
Control D.
No,
Sorry.
you have to do undo. Ah. Now save the file and start working with the formula. Select everything. Not from there, not from there. In the answer area where you are looking for the answer. No, that is what dragging. See that what you did, it said drag.
Okay, sir.
I said select. Do not, that is our source data. That is our problem statement. Keep your cursor in that gray color first cell.
Yes, sir.
Shift and down arrow key. Forget about mouse. Forget about touchpad. Shift and down arrow key. That is called selection.
Okay, sir.
Then again, you are clicking there. See, that is the trouble. Leave the mouse. Leave the touchpad.
Okay, sir.
Equal to. Just type equal to and type formula if tab Use the left arrow key, then shift control down arrow key.
Shift control.
And then comma. This is how you should select. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now escape. Leave the touchpad. Now start working. Equal to. That is what problem. Did I say to click? See,
Sorry, sir.
just listen to me.
Yes, sir.
If you want to learn, then please listen to me. Whatever your existing practices, you have to stop.
Sure, sir.
You have to select shift and down arrow key. Right. Now equal to. Type if. Tab. Use the left arrow key. Then control shift down arrow key.
Control shift down arrow key.
Down arrow key. Yeah. That is to select the entire array.
Yes, sir.
But we are not going to check the entire array.
Yes, sir.
We have to check one by one cell.
Sure.
Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, what you need to do is you're taking the range. You have to only take E25.
Yes, sir.
Then go for backspace. Backspace button.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Go backspace more. 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 So now only one cell we have to check.
Yes, sir.
Greater than 0. Comma. If this is true, then the same
Yes, sir.
value should appear, that 103.2. Just select that cell. E23, yes. Or 25, yes. Comma. Then what is the formula demanding?
Value if false.
Right. So if this value is not true, means this value is not more than 0. It is less than 0.
Yes, sir.
But we don't want that value to be anymore there. And
Yes, sir.
output we are expecting as blank.
Yes, sir.
So shift to double inverted quotes. Bracket close. Control enter. Right?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
This is how you have to practice. See, you have also left the question number 2's answers.
Yes, sir. Actually, this is all deleted.
Okay.
I didn't
During the
save that.
practice, yeah, you have to practice those things. I'll be sharing the recording at the end of the day. You have to practice. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
Right. Right. Fine. Your battery is also getting drained. Please connect the adapter.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm taking the control back on the screen. Now we can keep your mic on mute.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Now, once this is done, let's go for our next example, some date related issues if you face how to deal with the same. So mostly we deal with our contracts, agreements, claims, and bank guarantees, investment related documents, anything. We just maintain Excel as a database to maintain. So rather we can go for maintaining Excel as a tracker. And for that, some kind of date related formula will be very, very helpful. So let's go for that. Let's try to understand the problem statement. Suppose say 11/12/2021, I furnished one contract for HP printer and the duration of this particular AMC is of 16 months. So I need to know when this contract is going to be expired over there. So similarly, there are 10,000 AMCs I have and I am the sole owner or caretaker of the entire AMCs of my organization. So in this case, to compute or find out our date of expiry, first thing we have to be very pinpoint accurate. We cannot say that, okay, plus or minus 1 day, it's acceptable. No. then how to get the accurate dates. So for the time being, just check the very first case and tell me what would be the date of expiry. Anybody? Manually check and tell, no issues.
23rd of April 11.
23rd,
Date is
23rd of April. Are you
no
sure?
year
23rd?
year is 23.
Okay,
Month is
2023. Okay, and what is the date?
April uh, April 8.
8. Okay.
Okay.
So
Just
8th
just a
April
try. Okay.
2023. Anybody else is having any other answers?
10 April 2023.
10 April 2023. Okay. Any other answers? All right. So here we did a lot of things, but we are not sure exactly what would be the right answer, but we need the answer, correct? So what we can do, people, in this particular case, we can select everything. Just 1 minute, watch my screen. I'll take a formula, very beautiful formula Excel we have called EDate. E stands for electronic date. And this demands me start date. So start date is there in my left. I can use the left arrow key to move to the date of AMC, comma. Then this demands me the months. So month is also there ready-made in the left. I'll take the left arrow key, bracket close. Formula is ready only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. Control enter. We got the answer. But what is this answer about? These answers are nothing but our general format of our cell. But what we are expecting over here is the date. So how to get our date over here? Ideally, what we prefer to do, we select everything, then we go for right click, we go for format cells, and we go for date. This is how we do. So instead of taking such kind of lengthy actions, what we can do, remember one thing, any point of time to convert any format to date. On our numerical key button, there is a number 3, which is containing a hash key. So Control, Shift, and 3. Control, Shift, and 3 to convert any format to date format. You have to press together. So when I press together Control, Shift, and 3, is it giving me the exact date what I was looking for? Yes. So this is how people, whenever there is a need, if you have got contracts, claims, bank guarantees, agreements, anything, you can make use of the C-date formula and get your result. So give it a try and check this thing's working and confirm.
I have one question. So
Yeah,
date
ask.
format should be in the like DDMMYY or whatever the date format is, like expiry date will be calculated. So
Irrespective of any date format, it has to be in proper date format. So proper date format is what exactly? Try to understand. See,
mhm.
either we can go for DD, MM, YY, or we can go for MM, DD, YY. Both are globally accepted format, but the moment it comes for the delimiter or separator of our date, it can be either a hyphen or a dash symbol, or we can go for either a slash. So these are the recognized date formats. So anything is okay, DDMM or MMDD, but ensure that your separators are only these two. If you have dots, if you have underscore, if you have a backslash or any other delimiters, then that's not in proper date format.
Okay. So in the current this one, I have seen like many a times there are a multiple Excels which are means when we see it's a date, but it
Mhm.
is not allowing us to change into the like DDMMYY and such kind of issues we are facing.
Right.
Yeah.
Those things
So
will come. Those things will come when you are
okay,
dealing with your SAP downloaded data. So when you download something from SAP or ERP, your
correct.
date will not be in proper date format. We'll be dealing with
Mm.
that. That is coming up. Don't worry.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome. Yes, guys. So please confirm this e-date is working fine for you. Any doubt, any queries, feel free to ask. Fine. Now, date of expiry we have computed, right? But the question is, this 11th April 23, yeah, 20, whatever we have calculated, is it going to fall in a weekday or weekend? We are not yet known. So that risk factor also still over here. So we need to assess that, how to do it. Just see. So the question is now, how to assess or how to extract a day from a date. So for that, what we can do, first 1 minute watch my screen. We should go for a formula naming called text. So this will be asking value. Value is nothing but my expiry date. I should take then comma, format text. What kind of date format we follow? Just 2 minutes I explained in the system. DDMMYY or MMDDYY. Where D sta-
DDMMY.
yeah, where D stands for date, M stands for month, and Y stands for year. This is already predefined by Microsoft Excel. So now our focus has to be only on day, not with the month, neither with the year. So for that, we should define this with two double inverted quotes D 4 times. Now, why D 4 times? If you go for the complete string like Sunday, SUNDAY, it will come only if you type D 4 times. If you type three Ds over there, it will show you only the first three letters of that day, SUNMONTUE, like that. Since we are looking for complete string, we can go for this. Now, the next question is, should I write in this caps on? No, not necessary, because Excel functions and formulas are not case sensitive. You can write making caps on, or you can drop caps on, write also D 4 times, not an issue. Now, bracket close, formula is ready only for a cell, need to apply for rest. Control, enter, and see, we got the result. So this is how, wherever there is a need, we should go for this kind of formulas to extract our data. And this will be mostly needed in our routine work whenever you are downloading the data from SAP or ERP to generate such kind of column, because SAP doesn't have the ready-made day column. We have to generate such kind of data. So this is very, very helpful. Give it a try and confirm it's working. So anybody's having any question, you can ask me. All right, so let's go for a practice upon the same. Let's find out the month and year also. So for month purpose, what we can do, same text formula we can use, and taking the value that is called date of expiry, and within two double inverted quotes, we can go for M 4 times. Then control enter, So formula is giving the answer now, whatever we're expecting, and the month will be ready with the format called text. Similarly, if I need to find out my year, I don't need to go for such a lengthy formula called text. We have a ready-made formula in our Microsoft Excel called year. And taking the data from date of expiry, we can go for it and get the result over here. So wherever it is possible, try to keep your formula length minimum so that the file size will not be heavy and the data processing also will be faster. All right, so how to get our month and how to get our year, we got the understanding. If you have any difficulties, let me know. Just give it a try. So in our business maths, whatever the formulas we discussed, like sum product and formula text, small, large, with combination of row, if, logic over there, and then going for over here, our e-date, text, year formula. All the things are clear. Any difficulties? Anybody?
Sir, I'm getting difficulty in month formula.
Okay. What is that you are getting? Could you please share your screen? Let me have a look.
Just one. Yes, sir. So I'm going to.
No, I can't see your screen.
Pardon?
Yeah, now the screen is visible. Okay. So no, there is no month formula you should pick. I just told text formula, not month formula.
Okay. Text. So what values are put?
That is what date. The first date, yes, comma. Then within two double inverted quotes, M four times.
Then control enter.
No need control enter. You have not selected the whole four cells. You select only one cell. So go for enter only.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Similarly, go for year formula. Now you can take the direct year formula.
Serial number.
That's it. Enter. And the same you can apply for others.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm taking the control
Thank you.
back on the screen. Here, no issues. So we are done with our business maths people. Okay. So with this, we'll go for a short break of 10 minutes time. In my system, it is 3:55. So dot 45 again IST will be meeting. So you can have a brisk or cup of tea or cup of coffee, whichever it is comfortable, and come back soon. We'll discuss.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll be mute. I'll be back by 4 5 p.m. All right, so I believe everybody is back. So let's go to our next topic. Go to the sheet name called data presentation. So in this data-driven world, people, mere having the data alone is not enough. We have to do a lot of exercise in the data. Like we need to do data mining, we need to do data churning, we need to analyze the data like a professionals, and sometimes we need to visualize our data and present it with a beautiful storytelling format. So now, if you look at our data, we have got entire 12 months revenue data over here, correct? Now the question is, what else we can add it so that our presentation will be more informative, or what else I can incorporate so that when I'm going to present it to my audience, they will be very happy watching the same. Okay. So in this data, we are going to discuss our next sheet in data presentation, that what else we can do so that people would be happy watching our presentation, or what else we can add so that it will be a value additions to our work. We are going to discuss that. There are a lot of things we can do, but let's start from the scratch. If you look at our data, we do not have the total. And to have a total, you can keep your cursor in the total cell and go for a simple keyboard shortcut, Alt equal to. So when you press Alt equal to together, it's going to give you a formula naming called small and hit sum, sorry, and hit enter. So you will be getting a total of 33,715. Just check it out. Is it the same total you receive all?
Yes.
Right. Now, once we have this data, whatever we have prepared, revenue data in terms of billions, millions, lakhs, crores, maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same. But the same data, when I'm going to present it to the management, they're not interested in seeing the boring numbers. They want to see the revenue data, but they're expecting the data to be in terms of percentage. So our next column, we should add it naming called revenue percentage. Let's go for it. So in this case, what would be the formula of ours? That is what we are going to discuss over here. So the formulas, if you look at, first try to understand the concept. Whatever my revenue data, I have to take it and then I should divide by the total revenue. Do you agree with my formula? To present our revenue data in terms of percentage, each and every month revenue data should be divided by the total. Do you agree? Right. But the moment we are thinking to copy this formula towards down, this revenue data should move down one by one, but the total revenue cells should not move down. So what we're supposed to do with that then?
Lock.
And to log the same, we should go for F4. We have learned in the previous exercise. Now the formula, when I hit enter, it runs our data in terms of decimals. But technically, if you look at the header, it is showing the data in terms of percentage. So now the question is how to convert our data into percentage. So any point of time to convert any format to percentage format, we have a beautiful symbol over here in the numerical 5 button naming called percentage. So you have to combine Control, Shift and 5. Control, Shift and 5 to convert any format to percentage format. So when I go and type over here, is it turning into percentage? Yes. Now the same I can apply for others. So we know what we can do. The drag button, we can go for simply double click on that. So double click how it works because we have the data towards our left. So double click will work for application for the entire range towards your right or towards down only if you have the data either towards your left or right. If this is the only individual column or only one column you are working with, it will not work. You have to do it manually. So here, once I do this, we need to get a total. So to get a total, we can go for again, alt equal to. Now, is it giving you 100%? Yes. So we are in the right track. So this is how we got another column naming called revenue percentage. And this is the formula. Give it a try and check, confirm, is it working? Any difficulties? Do let me know.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
To get the total revenue, you have to select the entire data, that data, and then
No. You have to keep your cursor in the total cell and go for a keyboard shortcut, Alt with equal to. Press together, Alt equal to. And it will be giving you a sum function, ready-made, like this. Then hit enter.
I'm pressing Alt equals. I got it. And then hit enter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes it's like only left side voltage.
Your voice is not audible. Could you please come closer to the mic?
Yeah, sorry. Am I audible now?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I'm saying sometimes it's like only left side alt is equal to is working. If I
Yeah.
press right side, uh it's a
Right.
zooming. Yeah.
Right. So see, I'll tell you the keyboard behavior. The moment you go for this keyboard, whatever I'm just operating, because I'm unable to operate over here. See, this side Alt keyboard is operation is a bit different. The reason of only left key is because this left key combination is designed for working with all these operations. So when you go for right click Alt and equal to some keyboard behavior, it will be defined for the zooming option or going for right click operation. So it depends upon the keyboard behavior or the layout and the brand of laptop. So this is the reason why go for always the left combination across all the laptops, desktop, anything you are working with, it will be working fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. All right, so I believe now everybody is clear with our revenue percentage calculation.
No, sir. So what is the formula for revenue percentage? Can you repeat one more time?
It's going to equal to taking the data from left divided by with the total revenue and then putting the same in a lock using F4 and converting the format to percentage control shift 5.
So can you repeat the formula for sum?
Alt equal to
Alt
with equal to
just alt equal to
enter.
enter. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fine. So I consider everyone is clear with our revenue percentage calculations. Now,
Percentage is not happening.
you can share your screen.
Yes, sir.
Same here also.
You can check the screen, no problem. I'm just guiding. Type equal to. Take the value from left, use the left arrow key. Then divide it by a slash symbol. and go to the total revenue and then lock it with F4 or function F4 and enter. Then take the same cell and Control Shift 5.
Control.
And now double click on that button, fill handle button, and go for Alt equal to. Enter.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. So Subhendu, I believe you have got it now.
Let me try, sir, again.
Yep. When we're discussing trouble, not getting the answer, need my support.
For me, it is not working, sir.
Yeah, I can show you screen.
Yeah. I'm getting like this after.
First you lock it. You did not lock B17. You will be facing the trouble. Go to the formula bar. Go to the formula bar. B17. Lock it. F4.
Yeah, F4 is not working.
It will work. For you, it might be function F4. Fn key with F4. Yes, it's working. Enter. And then go back to that cell and Control Shift 5. Control Shift 5. Press 3 keys together and then double click on that drag button and then Alt equal to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Right.
Thank you.
Fine then, so I'm taking the control back on the screen and I believe all I've got our revenue percentage ready. So this is how we have added one more column to make it more informative. Now, next, see what else we can do. See, we can compare our data month on month, like Jan to Feb, Feb to March, March to April. We can compare our revenue data. Okay, so this one we call it as variance, growth, or different something. So we'll go and create a new column naming called growth. So we can compare our data month on month. So called month on month growth. All right. Now in this case, what would be the formula? Just say, since Jan is the first month of our business year calculation, is there anything before Jan we have something to compare? No. So that's why technically Jan month, whatever the growth is going to be nil or zero, ideally. Do you agree with me? So
Yes.
growth for month of Jan is nil. But the moment we go for Feb, what would be the answer? The formula. So first we'll go for, watch my screen, equal to Feb month revenue minus the previous month, Jan month revenue. Can we take this basic mathematics? Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
The moment we go for this is showing the result that from Jan to Feb, business is going down by 178 units. Now the same we can apply for others, and we got our growth column ready. So this is how people, we have got another column called growth. Okay. right? So growth column is ready for everyone.
Yes.
Now take a look. Growth in terms of value, maybe billions, millions, lakhs, crores, maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same. But the same data when I'm presenting to my management, they're not interested and worried about my billions, billions or lakhs, crores growth. They would like to see the growth column, but that should be in terms of percentage. So let's go and create another column as growth percentage. So what would be the formula for growth percentage calculation? Let's discuss. So kindly take a look at my screen for a minute. Like we have decided Jan month, since this is the first month and before Jan nothing to compare with, growth becomes zero. So when growth becomes zero, growth percentage also ideally will be zero or nil. Do you agree?
Yes.
But the moment we go to Feb, what would be the answer? Just see, equal to whatever my growth we have identified in the month of Feb from the left should be divided by the base month. So for Feb, which is the base? Base is the Jan. So I can take by divided by Jan month. Now when I go for it, it gives me the answer in terms of decimals. But we know we need to give our answer in terms of percentage. So Control, Shift and 5. Now the same we can apply for others. Double click on the fill handle and that becomes our growth percentage. So give it a try.
Sir, again the formula, please.
The formula is equal to, you are simultaneously working with me.
No, sir, just writing down the formula.
No need to write. That's what I told you. See, that is the reason why we are missing. You are trying to by heart the formula. Watch my screen, what I'm doing. And then I am giving the time to try with. No need to write down the formulas. If you write, then even one diary of 365 pages also not enough. So how much you are going to write? I'll be
Yes, sir,
giving the
yes.
recordings at the end of the presentations. Don't worry. Make a practice, one time practice in the training. When I say watch my screen, you have to watch my screen. So this is a virtual training. It's not a classroom training.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first watch my screen. I'll go for equal to taking the growth divided by with the base month. So base month for the month of Feb is Jan. We should go and hit enter. And this is coming up the data coming up like this decimals. But I am expecting the answer in terms of percentage.
Yes.
And percentage purpose, Control Shift and 5.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And same we can apply for others. Fine. So growth percentage is ready for all. Can I take that?
Yes.
Right. Now, once we have done with this, let's discuss what else we can do with this data to make it more informative. Please stay focused for a minute. Try to understand the concept. Suppose say I have completed my business for the month of Jan and somebody asked me, Pravas, how much business you made? So I will say definitely that I have made 3963 USD. Now the same thing I need to answer when I complete my Feb month business. What will be my answer? I will combine Jan with Feb and then I'll state my answer. Similarly, when I complete March month, I will combine Jan plus Feb plus March and I will tell my answer. What do you call all these things? Do we call this as a cumulative value? Do we
Yes,
call
it's a
this as
cumulative.
a, yeah,
It's a
or
cumulative or
right,
compounded.
right. So we call it as a cumulative, or we call it as an accumulation of the value, or we call it in Excel language as a running total. But the moment it comes to our corporate reports, we should reuse the proper corporate jargon, naming YTD, year to till date. So let's go and create another column naming called YTD, right? Now, what would be the formula for YTD calculation? Let's go and discuss. Say, since Jan is the first month of our year, whatever the Jan month revenue, can I take the same value as YTD? Do you believe, is it right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. So we can put it in a formula. Just watch my screen. I'll go for equal to taking the revenue data of Jan. But the moment I go to Feb, what would be the formula? First, watch my screen. Don't be hurry in writing the solution. Just watch and understand the concept. Equal to taking the data as YTD Jan plus the current month, Feb month revenue to make it cumulative. Can I take this?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, is it being cumulative? Yes. Now the same formula I can apply for others. Double click on the fill handle. Now, how will I know that? How will I confirm I am in the right track? Simple. I can go to my December month YTD and when I check, is it matching with my revenue column total? Yes. So I am in the right track. So this is how people we got one more column naming called YTD. Give it a try and confirm it's working. Hope it is clear. Are we getting the YTD value the way I have displayed?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Now, YTD in terms of billions, millions, lakhs, crores, maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same. But the data, when it goes to the management, they are interested only looking at YTD in terms of percentage. So let's go and create another column naming called YTD percentage. So what would be the formula for YTD percentage calculation? Just see, it's very easy. You can start working with me. Select the entire range the way I have selected. Okay. And we need to apply the entire formula towards right. So go for Control R. So Control R to fill right. And immediately you will be finding your ready-made answers, but it comes in terms of decimals. We need to apply to percentage. So to convert any format to percentage, we got the answer Control Shift and 5. And how will I know I'm in the right track? The way we did previously, we can go here. Our December month YTD percentage, is it matching with my revenue percentage column total? Yes. So we are in the right track. So this is how people, we had only two columns, but this much of task was pending. Nobody will demand for all these things, but it data itself, it is inherent in nature. It needs all this information. So from your side, you have to start presenting the data, and it is not confined to accounts, finance, production, planning, marketing, or sales. Any department, wherever you are working with, it needs all these things. So kindly confirm all of you are getting this YTD percentage ready. Any difficulties, do let me know.
What is the shortcut key, sir? Control right arrow. Use.
Control R to fill right.
Okay.
Sir, I'm getting wrong YTD.
Wrong YTD. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just see what is the first cell formula, like Jan month YTD. What is the formula you have taken?
Sir, that is equal to join column.
No, Jan column means what is the cell reference?
Revenue of join.
What is that address?
3963.
No, 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 no. It should be referred by a formula, like what I did, equal to
B5.
B5. That is what
B5.
I'm expecting. B5.
It is D5. No, B5. B for ball.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
B5. Go to this Feb month YTD. What you have taken?
So equal to 1 second, sir. Plus. So B6, B5 plus B6.
B5 plus B6, how it will be? You have to take F5, that YTD for the month of Jan. Hope it is working.
No, sir.
Take the cell reference I'm showing on the screen. You have to take one cell up plus one cell in the left, that is called Feb month.
So 7748.
Did you take the cell references the way I said? In F6, what is that you have taken?
Yes, sir. I have taken B6, but so should I share the screen?
Yeah, please do that. That's right. F5 plus B6. Then double click on the fill handle. Right. So the problem is now you have to check it out. Hit the cursor in the first cell, equal to B5, just fine. B5, just okay. Come down. No, 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 come down. Just the second cell. Okay. F5 plus B6. Right. Is the problem. 2936. Okay, just double click on that. Go one cell down, still one cell down.
Prabhas, sorry to interrupt. I think it should be B6 plus F5.
No, 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 everything is fine. She has not updated till December.
Okay.
Yeah. Go for YTD percentage now. Just select everything, top to bottom. Not there. Select everything means YTD percentage only. How come you select the header? Just the answer area and go for Control R
Control R.
for fill right.
Yes,
Then
sir.
Control Shift 5. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have to work hard, you know. Okay.
Yes, sir. I know that.
With this speed, we cannot work out. To be frank with you,
Yes.
nothing personal over here, but I have to think about others also. So today, somewhat you can manage, but day two, day three, day four, while you are coming up, you have to practice hard and step in. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Yes. Now, coming back to the next people, I'm taking the control back on the screen. Okay. And I believe we have got the understanding how to make our data informative by taking this kind of calculation. These
Prabhas,
are called nothing but yes,
yeah, sorry for the interruption.
no
I'm
problem.
getting the wrong percentage for in YTD. Can you share my
Wrong
screen?
percentage. Yeah, please do that immediately. No issues.
Yes. Yep, you can see my screen.
Uh, Go to Excel.
Yeah, you can see my screen.
I can see only the Teams window. I mean, your
Oh,
browser
oh,
window.
okay. I
You have to
step
share
back
your
to
entire
screen.
screen. Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
share your entire screen. Right,
yeah,
go to
you can.
Excel. Right, YTD percentage 12, 13. Okay. Now go towards YTD, towards right, left side, go to YTD.
Okay.
Keep your cursor in the date. Okay, equal to B5. Now come down, one cell down. You have taken A5 plus B6. Fine, this is fine. Then select everything from YTD percentage calculation. Select everything.
Okay.
You know, from top to bottom, 12% to 13%, top to bottom.
Yeah, selected.
And Control R. Then Control Shift 1, sorry, Control Shift 5 for percentage. Select everything again, Control Shift 5.
Yeah, fine. Sure. Thanks.
Yes. So YTD for the December month percentage is coming up 100%. Yes.
Yeah, yes, correct.
All
Thank you.
right. Welcome. All right. So I'm taking the control back on the screen and we have done with how to make our data informative. Now, once this is done, people, what we need to do, just see. Whenever you have multiple columns, stay focused. No need to do anything. Just watch my screen for 1 minute. Next, I'll be giving 1 minute time to try this. So you have to keep your cursor anywhere in the data, Control A. And we have to make or give a feel of a table by applying the borders. And to apply the borders, you can go to Home, Borders, and All Borders with the help of mouse. The same thing, you can do it with the keyboard shortcuts as well. And to do the same with keyboard shortcuts, first you have to press Alt. Then you can notice in your ribbon menu, so many things are happening. Like we can see the predefined keys options assigned to each and every menu by Microsoft. It is being displayed. So for home, if you see, it is defined as H. So I can go for H for home. Now we have navigated to the home application. Now within home, for border, which key is assigned over here as B. So I'll press B. Now I have navigated to the border application. Which key is assigned for all border is A. So I should go for A. Now this is the keyboard shortcut for border application. So what is the keyboard shortcut? Alt, H for home, B for border, A for all border. So we have to just type or hit one by one. No need to struggle by pressing all these things together. If you are not comfortable using this, you can always go and take the help of mouse. So choice is yours. But I would recommend go for the keyboard shortcut. The reason is formatting is one thing you will be doing 100 times in a day. So at least if you save 100 seconds for that action, it's a great achievement. All right, so give it a try. All these things are working. Able to apply the borders. All right, so I believe this keyboard shortcut is working fine for everyone. Right, now take a look. Whenever you have multiple columns in place in a tabular data, the latest style of our data presentation, it says that the first column should be always aligned to the left and rest of the columns should be always aligned to the center. Now take a look, except the first column, rest of the columns I have selected. To make it center, I can go to home and in the alignment group, we have an option called center. I can go for that with the help of mouse. If you do not like to operate through mouse,
Excuse,
you would like to go for
excuse me,
the
sir.
key. Yes.
Excuse me. Your screen is hang.
No, my screen is working fine, I guess.
No,
Anybody is
we
facing
are
any
not
trouble?
able. I am not able.
Then you have to log out and log in. Maybe your side, the internet, some problem would be there. But let me confirm. Yes, anybody else is facing the trouble? My screen is hanged. It's not moving, or you're unable to see
No,
I'm
it's
highlighting something.
moving. It's moving
Okay,
for us.
okay. So Abdul, you can just check it out. You can log out once and log in again. Probably there might be some glitch of the internet.
Okay.
Right.
Sir, could you please repeat it again? Actually, how to use that shortcut key, for making borders?
Yeah, you have to select everything. Then first Alt. So when you press Alt, what is happening? Can you see on your screen?
Yes, it's coming,
Remove, yeah,
home.
remove the finger from Alt button. You don't need to keep an hold on that. Just tap once and see. From the ribbon, if you see, all the predefined keys assigned to each and every ribbon menu, is it showing on the screen?
Yes,
Now for home, which key is assigned?
H.
Go and press H on your keyboard. Now
Okay,
what is happening?
H. It's come
No.
border,
For border, which key is assigned?
border B, B key, B.
Then go and press B. So when you press B, B for border, within that,
Yes,
which key is assigned for all border?
A.
That is what? So Alt HBA, what we have written in the chart box, the same key combinations for application of borders.
So one
Okay.
by one we have to do, right? One by
Yes,
one, no?
one by one. You don't need to press together and struggle, just one by one.
Okay.
Right. Similarly, as I told you, the first column should be aligned to the left and rest of the columns should be aligned to the center. And to make it center through the help of keyboard shortcut, go for Alt, H for home, Then center, if you see, it is showing AC. So AC, how to give it together. No need to press together. Again, just go for A for alignment, C for center. So this is what the keyboard shortcut we have explored. Alt, H for home, A for alignment, and C for center. Center alignment. Similarly for left alignment, Alt H A L, right alignment, Alt H A R. You can keep using the same. Or if you're happy with using mouse, that's also fine. No issues. I'm not forcing you to learn the keyboard shortcut, but if you use it, that's better to save your time, nothing else. So this is how we have understood how to work around with our data and how to make little bit of formatting and how to bring the latest style over here and finally presenting the same to the people. So far, all are clear. Any doubt, any queries? Great. Now, take a look at my screen. Whenever nowadays you are presenting your data to the people, okay, little bit of beautification also we need to care for. This data, though we have prepared, it seems there is no life in the data. So how to give a live bit of colorful application, how to apply the colors, we believe we can go to home and we always prefer to go for either font color or fill color. And we believe this is our only word. See, this is an outdated version. Nobody is preferred to go for this kind of colors over here. What we can do, there's a beautiful option, I'll tell you. Just see. Selecting the entire month column, what I can do, I can go to home. There's an option over here called cell styles. And when I go on navigate, there are many more styles over here. And if I go on just scroll bit down over here, you can see in the themed cell styles, we have got some ready-made colors with high definition colors and the font color, which is high contrast to the background. We can see that. So we can pick colors from this. So what I do, I'll go to home, cell styles, scroll down and take one color. Similarly, I'll go to my first row, home tab, cell styles, I'll scroll down, I'll take one more color. So now you see, it is not overloaded with the colors, but yes, giving a soothing look, pleasant look to the eyes, right? So home, cell styles, make use of that. Check, is it working?
I can't see the cell style in home.
You might be having very thin button called styles. Is it there? A
Okay,
styles
let
group?
me check.
Yes.
Any shortcut key we have for this, sir?
Yeah, that will be a bit time consuming. If you go for Alt H, then what is going to happen if I go and select Alt H? Then for cell styles, it is showing J. So I have to go for J. Then from there again, I have to go and scroll it. Then better you do it manually. Yeah, they're going for this.
Okay.
Hope this is working.
Yes, yes. I am
Right.
having a different called styles itself, and I have to scroll down and then select.
Yes. Style is the group. See how you read the menu options. I'll tell you. This is called your each and every menu. This is called group. Okay. So whenever your screen is squeezed a bit, it will not show the individual options like this. It may be showing the a big button kind of look called styles. So you have to navigate through that. All right, so now we are going to see people how to make our data presentable. Just exactly below to the same data set, we have got our, again, the entire year's data. So kindly navigate through that. So earlier we saw how to make our data informative, adding multiple columns and making a different meaning over there. But now what we are going to do, we are going to give our entire focus on the presentation part. So when you are presenting the data, nowadays audience is having more expectation. They're not waiting. You should bring the data to PowerPoint and make it presentable. They believe that, they expect that you should make your data presentable in PowerPoint instead of PowerPoint, go for Excel itself. But how to do that? Let's go and discuss. First thing first, keep your cursor anywhere in the data and go for Control A. So whole data will be selected. Okay. And then convert your data into table. And to convert your data into table, go for Control T, T for Tango, or Control L for table. Either of this, whichever it is comfortable for you. Then you will be getting this kind of window dialog box where you can click OK. And your data will be converted into a table format. Alternate rows are highlighted. Column headers are embedded with the filter buttons, and column headers also having some background feel of colors and make it presentable. Can you see all these things are happening in one shot? Control T, T for Tango, T for table. Any difficulties? If it is happening, drop me a message quickly. Y for yes or D for done.
You told two options, Control plus T and Control plus L.
L, yes.
These both are same?
Yes.
Yeah, it's working.
Now you can ask me a question. Why there are two keys for a same operation? Is it running in your mind?
Yes, correct.
Good. This kind of question you should ask. See, the reason of giving two key options, sometimes what it happens, our IT department, they create some ready-made macros and they do not know whatever the existing keyboard shortcuts are there in Excel. And to trigger that macro, they precisely design a keyboard shortcut. Now you would be expecting, being an Excel user, that Control T is working for table. Whereas your IT department, they have customized Control T for running one macro. Now you will be surprised what is happening around, why my table format is not happening, it is doing something else. So this is the reason why Microsoft has decided, earlier first there was only Control L, then later they have gone for Control T. So this is how the structure happens of Control T and Control L story.
So it's like they're reserving like Control a T and L alphabet. So that
Absolutely.
when we prepare another macro, these two will not work, T and L.
No, T1, T and L you should not use. It will not work like that
Okay.
because your macro is going to have the parental control. So
Hmm.
any keyboard shortcut you customize in the macro window, that will become the primary key.
Okay.
So you have to be very careful unless and until you are thorough with all the keyboard shortcuts. Do
Hmm.
not give any shortcuts to trigger any kind of macro.
Okay.
This has been suggested.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So now the moment we have got these people, suppose say you ask me a question, Prabhas, I'm a bit having a fear because I believe if I do not practice the keyboard shortcuts, I may forget. But if you explain something from the ribbon, it will be definitely registered in my mind. So this tabular format, can we access somewhere in the table options in the menu options? Yes, we can. How? I'll tell you. Same thing, you can go to home. There's an option called format as table, just above to the cell styles, format as table. So this is what nothing but the same thing, Control T or Control L. So here you have got multiple categories, like you have got light, you have got medium, you have got dark. So you can choose whichever the styles you like it. You can always take light or medium, never ever go for the dark color. But remember one thing, why I'm not saying go for dark color, because the more the dark color, again, file size will be more. So do not use the high definition background colors or dark colors. Always take something smooth or light colors, and that is from light or medium. So if you do not like existing pattern, you can take your own choice also, like this. Up to you. So where it is there in the ribbon and what is the keyboard shortcut, I told you both. Now it looks good when you look at the data, no doubt about it. Now suppose say I have created my revenue column. My boss is quite happy. And he's immediately saying, Prabhas, the way you have designed, it's really looking great, no doubt about it. But I just want to know, while generating this much of revenue, how much incentives we have paid. So boss is expecting I should go and create one more column, naming incentive. So let's go for that, naming incentive. And see the beauty the moment you hit enter. What is happening? What you notice on the screen?
A table
It's tricking
created.
the format.
Absolutely. So it is
Replicate.
carrying, yeah, it is carrying forward the format in the next column. So have you ever seen while designing the table, your format goes along with it? No. What we used to do, we used to keep on using this format option called Format Painter rigorously. But this is no longer required. Excel is doing a helping hand for us. It is taking care about our format and it is asking us, you please focus on your data entry action. Now coming back to incentive, suppose I want to apply a formula that 2% on revenue column. So I can go for equal to taking the data from left. Now hold on. When I go and take the data from left, can you see it is taking that formula format like at the rate symbol, square brackets, revenue USD text and all. This is the default formatting pattern of our table data. So it is taking the column headers and it is applying to the cell purpose, that is the at the rate symbol, and to apply the formula for a whole column, it is lining up with the braces or the square brackets. So we don't need to ever type those things manually. We can simply select the cell. Now multiply. What's the percentage as we discussed? 2%. Now when I go for 2% and hit enter, can you see the beauty? What happens? It is not only applying to a cell, but also the entire column. So we don't need to go on, drag the formula, double click on the fill handle, copy paste the formula, control D. Nothing is required. Can you imagine how your speed is also increasing because of table format? Give it a try. And I believe it's working. Any difficulties or any queries? Right. Now take a look. Revenue is ready. Incentive we have computed. The next column, please name it as net revenue. And when you go for it and hitting enter, the same formatting again being applied to the next column. So once our net revenue column is ready, what would be the formula? Let's discuss. Basic mathematics, we can go for revenue minus incentive, isn't it? So we can go for is equal to taking the data from left, that is the revenue column over here, and then minus again left, that is for incentive column, we can deduct it. And the moment we go and hit enter, it will be giving you the entire column ready with our net revenue formula application. So you can imagine now, because of this table format, how much time we could save. When you are making any kind of report or data entry action, you can guide your people also when they're sending the data to you, ready-made format, they can apply and give it to you. Right? So any questions from anybody so far, whatever we discussed? All right. Now take a look. To complete this action, if you look at, we do not have the total yet. Technically, we keep creating the total cell manually. We go and define a header, we go for a application of formula, alt equal to, all these things we do. Now, since we are in table format, see the beauty, we don't need to go and spend time like this. How to get our total immediately? Just have a look at my screen for a minute. When I keep my cursor in a table, can you see we have got one design or table design in the extreme right? A tab is activated in the ribbon menu. You must be having that. Name might be slightly different depending upon the versions. But yes, it will be there. Table design or design, something will be there. And in that, if you look at, we have a option, a total row checkbox is not enabled. You can always activate that. And immediately you will be finding a bottom side, a row will be added naming called total. And this total is being applied only with the net revenue column. Now, what if I want my total in the revenue column? I can get it. How? By simply keeping the cursor in the total column of the revenue cell or revenue column. Then there is a drop down appears automatically. I can go and click it and you will be finding the list of formulas it is going to display. Now, which formula is helping us to make a total? We should go for our sum function and that is ready. See how cool it is and how easily we could express our data. So this is how people, whenever you have the data in table format, you have got a lot of advantages.
So which tab has to press?
Table design, total row.
Yeah. Table design.
Table design name would be slightly different also.
It is on the toolbar.
That is called ribbon bar.
Yeah, ribbon. In my case, I am not able to see the.
You can share your screen. Let me have a look.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in 2010. There will be a name called options.
Yeah.
Abdul, you have a options tab in the extreme right.
Option tab.
Yeah.
Just. Mm, no. Shall I share this?
Is there? Yeah, please do that.
Yes. Are you able to see?
Yeah. You can keep your cursor on the table. No. First, you keep your cursor inside table. Cursor.
Yeah.
You are keeping
Yes.
outside. Now options is, see, one design tab is activated in the extreme right. Design, extreme right. Abdul, like home, insert, page layout in the same line towards your right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Design.
click on that. Yes. There you have in the same
Total.
total row. Yes, you have to activate that. And then total row will
Okay.
be added. And keep the cursor in the revenue column total cell. One drop down will be coming up. And there you have to choose sum.
Some. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
welcome. So I'll be taking the control back on the screen. And this is how we have understood that how to make our data more presentable by taking the table format and how this is helping us in making our formatting automatically. Only thing is we have to focus with our data entry and how all the functional calculations are already there inbuilt. And only thing is we have to just customize it based on the need. Now, having said this, the moment we have created all these things, people, as I told you, when you have multiple columns, always keep your cursor in one of the column header and go for Control A. So whole data will be selected, no doubt. And I told you always give a feel of a table by applying the borders. And what is the keyboard shortcut for applying the borders?
Alt H.
Alt H AC. Sorry, AC
No,
was for center.
yeah, Alt
Border
H
is
B A.
B.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alt H B A. H for home, B for border, A for all border. I'm showing on the screen the chart box also, it is visible. Or if you are happy using the mouse button from the keyboard, I mean from your ribbon menu, go for it home, border, all border. But ensure the data is happening or having the borders in place.
What is the shortcut for border?
Alt HBA.
H, B, A.
So I believe all are clear so far, whatever we did. Now, coming to the next, as I told you, whenever you have multiple columns, first column should be always aligned to the left. How about the rest of the columns? I told you to make it center. And for center, what is the keyboard shortcut? Alt H A C. Now, once we have done with this, can you see those three columns on my screen? If you look at the column headers, the data is not properly displayed. Like incentive E is missing, net revenue N is missing. All these things are happening, correct? And this is what mostly happens with us. When you copy some data from one Excel file and paste it in another Excel file, you always find this kind of trouble. The data columns, data is not properly being displayed. It shows some kind of hash kind of symbols. And what we do in that case, we take our mouse pointer to the column headers and we keep double click and keep expanding the data. And this is right, this is what mostly it is painful and annoying. Don't ever do that. I'll tell you the best feature what you can do, make a practice. Start working with me. Selecting the revenue, incentive and net revenue column, go for Alt. In Alt, once you press it for Home tab, which key is assigned? H. And there, if you look at, there will be an option over here. Okay, when I go for full screen, O for format, and then auto fit of column width. One option will be there. Auto fit of column width. What it is saying? I. So the keyboard shortcut now, you can see Alt HOI will be helping me to expand my columns according to the cell's height or width. So that's called auto fit of column width. So Alt HOI.
Prabhas, we are using Alt OCA, which is also giving the same result.
Yes,
It
that
might
is
be
the
design.
yeah, that is actually the old version of Microsoft Excel shortcut. Like Alt O
Oh,
means the format tab,
open.
C
Hmm.
for column, A
Hmm.
for autofit. Because
Okay.
in 2003 and prior to those Excel versions, you were having
Hmm.
the toolbar options. Like if you
Correct.
click one
Hmm.
tool, then only the options will be opened. But
Hmm.
2007 and onwards, we have got ribbon option. Means if you click, entire features of that particular tool will be displayed on the screen. That's why it's called ribbon option.
Hmm. Okay.
So if you have already practiced with Alt OCA, keep doing that. No need to learn this shortcut. But
Okay.
if you're doing it for first time, then better you go for Alt HOI.
Okay.
Objective same. All right, so I believe we all are clear whatever we did so far, how to make our data presentable and how to make our data informative in the top, whatever we did. So taking the live data, keep practicing. And this keyboard shortcuts, trust me, this is going to help you a lot because formatting is something you will be doing 1,000 times a day if you are the core user of Excel. And nowadays, people are more focused on the presentation part as well because data anybody can prepare and your presentation is going to make you different from others. So always be careful for your presentations as well. Fine.
No,
Now
one
data
question, how
presentation.
to remember,
Yes.
sorry, how to
Yeah.
remember these shortcuts?
Practice. You have to
Practice.
practice. That's what I told you. Overnight, nothing is possible. Don't be in the expectation
Yeah.
that I have just attended this 16 hours training program. The very next day I'll go to my workplace and I'll be doing the wonders. No way it is possible.
Mhm.
You have to keep
But,
practicing and regularly, and within 30 days you can see the significant growth.
but what will be the best way to start? Is there are any steps like we have to start from this or that?
Nothing. There is no steps. There is no start or ending point over here. Whatever you are learning, the same case studies you use for practice because you have the sample case studies with you. Same thing, you
Yeah.
practice it. Now, once you are thorough with the concept and the knowledge, then start implementing at your workplace right parallelly and see the result. And if at all anything is missing, you are unable to cope with that, drop me a mail. I am there to support. Don't worry. So with your live data,
Okay.
some sample data, you can just copy and paste it in the email box, or you can send it across as attachment. I'll be replying on the same what is missing or what you need to rectify, what could be the formula you should have used. I'll guide you. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we are done with our data presentation. Now we'll be proceeding to our date calculation, the next sheet. So we have a beautiful example comes up, and this is going to help you a lot. Many state. So what is that exactly we have? What is the problem statement? Let's go and discuss. Take a look. We have got, suppose say, these are the employees working in my department. Okay. And my boss is saying me, Pramas, do one thing. I am sending the date of joining of those employees. Please find out their experience as on date and submit a report to me. So now date of joining only is available, but I need to compute the experience as on date. So from date of joining till today's date, what is their experience in terms of years, months, and days? I have to present it to my boss. So how to present it? How to get that calculation? Most of the time, this is what been challenging. If you ask anybody, they will be giving you different solutions. But if when you ask them, are you confident what you are designing? They will just keep quiet. They can't give you a guarantee that whatever the formula they do recommend to you will be giving you the 100% accurate result. Then how can I rely upon their statements or the solutions? Then how to deal with the same? There is only one way out, people. To deal with this particular case, we have to go for a hidden formula of Microsoft Excel. Now, what is that hidden formula name? It is called date diff. So since 1985, this formula is hidden. But this is a beautiful formula we can use to compute the span or aging between two different dates. And to prove that it's a hidden formula, I'll show you something. No need to do anything. So far, since afternoon, whatever the formulas we have discussed, when you go for it, Excel is giving some kind of helping hand or instructions about the formula. If I go for tab key, it also helps me in writing how to write the formula. Whereas when I go for date diff, do you see any kind of helping hand or instructions from Microsoft? No way. So this is the reason why this is a hidden formula, and that's why we are not getting the helping hand. Now the question is why it is hidden. The reason is this formula doesn't come as a Microsoft Excel package. It comes as a add-in. And that add-in is giving some conflicts with the other date related formulas. That's why Microsoft has decided to keep it in the hidden state. But those who are clear with the logic, they can go for this formula. Well, now since the formula doesn't show the instructions, we have to work together. So let's start working with me. Keep your cursor below to the year, the first value or the yellow colored cell, and type the formula equal to date diff, open bracket. Make sure you're typing your spelling properly, date diff. All right. Now, how to start with? Any date formula always start with his start date. So in our case, start date is date of joining. We can take that, comma. Then what would be the next input? When you were computing the difference between two setup of dates, the next date would be end date. But in our case, what is our end date? Anybody?
Today?
Yep.
Current date.
Yes. So current date is nothing but in our system, bottom right corner, whatever the date it is showing, we should take that date. And to take that date, we have got a ready-made formula in our Excel naming called today. So today formula will always pick the date from our system date. And that's our today's date. And it is predefined by Microsoft Excel. We are not doing anything over here. So our end date is also ready as a today's date, comma. Third input of date formula. Which column we are trying to compute the difference in the year column. So our third input to the year. So for the time being, take a blank cell above to the year text and close the bracket. Now the moment you hit enter, you will be finding an error like hash num. No problem, let it be. Now why we are getting error? Because out of three inputs, only two inputs we have given where the value is there. The third one is defined to a blank cell. Now go back to that blank cell above to the year text. As we discussed already in our first example, business maths, right? Over there. What is the date format we follow? DD, MMYY or MMDDYY. I told you already what is the role of D stands for day, M stands for month, Y stands for year. Now to define our year component, what is that operator we can take? It's called Y. So Y is treated as a text operator of our Excel. And now the moment I hit enter, can you see we are getting some result. So this is how we have understood, though date formula is a hidden one, but how to write that formula, we got the basic understanding. Give it a try and check, is it working? Any difficulties, any doubt, any queries, feel free to ask, because this is going to help you a lot.
I'm getting as a 15 Jan 00 might be because of some format issue.
Yes, you can convert into general format. Now, if it is there something different format you are getting, just do one thing.
It's a
Any point of
custom.
time. Yeah, no,
Okay.
no need to go for a custom. I'll tell you very simple way. Any
Mhm.
point of time, any format to general. See, just above to your tab key, can you see one infinitive symbol, one key is there?
Yeah.
This is called your tilde key. So Control, Shift and tilde, when you press together, that will convert any format to general. And you'll be getting exactly the format like me.
Okay. It worked.
Yes. So this
And
is
we
how
have to
people.
lock this
Mhm.
D4 cell also, right? If we
We'll
have.
see that. We'll see
Okay.
that. We'll see
Okay.
that.
Fine.
All right, people. So just check it out. Is everything is working? Any doubt, any queries, or anybody is not getting the answer? You can ask me.
I'm getting the value for only one cell. If I
I'm
drag,
also, I'm also getting in one cell. Don't worry. I have not yet dragged to others. We'll go step by step. We'll work together. Don't worry. So can I take that? Everyone is getting the answer properly, same 15?
Yeah.
Right. Now let's go for some hands-on practice finding the answer for month and day also. So for month, please use M as a text operator, and for day, use D over there. And then do not drag the formula, do not copy paste the formula, just write it one more time. Is equal to date diff. Since it is a hidden formula, let's have one time more practice. So start date is date of joining, comma, end date is today's date, today formula, then comma, Excel operator reference, that is M. It will be giving the answer as 180, 180. Similarly for day, I can go for date div, bracket open, date of joining as a start date, comma, today's date as a end date, comma, Excel operator as a D, and it is going to give you this date. So your formula will look like something this. Confirm. Hope this is working.
Yes, yes.
Right. Now, kindly take a look on my screen. The answer, whatever we have received, like 15 years, 180 months, 5,491 days, is it the right answer, right way we can express to someone? No way. Then what is this answers about? These are nothing but individual component-wise differences. Year-wise 15, month-wise 180, and day-wise 5,491 days. But our requirement is something different. What is that? We need to go for over here in such a way that when we go and combine all these three, it should give me the entire difference, or as an experience, it should show. The other way which we discuss in the month category, stay focused, no need to do anything. We know one thing, whenever number of month reaches to 12, it becomes 1 year. Do you agree?
Yes.
Now, if I want to know in 180 months how many complete years are there, what you are going to do? You are going to apply simple basic mathematics,
Divided
180
by 12.
divided by 12. So it will be giving me complete 15 years. So that is already taken in the year category. So same thing we cannot ever express in the month, isn't it? So in month, what it's supposed to show? Apart from 15 months, anything is there as a fractional values or decimals that should be displayed in the month category. So that is what technically we call it as the incomplete months in a complete year. And that alone, if you want to show in the month category, instead of M, the text operator, go for YM. So YM stands for year to month. Now, can you see? The complete years have been removed and it is left with the incomplete month in a complete year. Similarly, if you go for day category, instead of D, go for MD, month to date, the incomplete days in a complete month. So now you see what is that experience we got it? 15 years, 13 days. All of you are getting the same? So I believe it's clear, whatever we did, all of you are getting the same. Any difficulties or anybody's not getting the answer, any different answer?
It's good for me.
Okay. How about others? Could you please confirm quickly?
It's done. So
Okay. Okay. Fine. Now we got the answer for a particular employee, and we know the same we can apply for others. So after selecting everything, when I go for double click on the fill handle, our problem starts there. Why we are not getting the answer except the first case? If you look at and you just examine this formula, what it happens when I copy this formula towards down along with the start date movement or date of joining movement, can you see this maroon color border cell is also moving? So technically it has supposed to take the data from D4, isn't it? But it is moving to D5. So this is what the problem. So how to rectify this? As we know, so we should not leave this cell, whatever the first cell, since we are getting the answer, people leave that and then they start rectifying from the second and subsequent cells. Don't do that. Select everything. What is the ideal way of rectifying the formula? First, watch my screen. I will select everything. Okay, I'll open the formula. How to open the formula? Not by taking the mouse and double click on that. Take your keyboard shortcut F2 or function F2, depends. If F2 is your not direct key, go with function with F2. Now, which is creating a trouble? D4 cell should not move down. So I can keep my cursor in D4 and I should lock it. How to lock it? By using F4 or function F4. Formula is rectified only with one cell, but we need to apply for rest. Shortcut, Control, Enter. Similarly, I'll go for month, and which key is giving it trouble? The E4 cell is giving it trouble. And we should lock it by hitting F4 or function F4. So when I go for this over here, Control Enter, it is rectified. Similarly, I'll go for day over here, and which is giving it trouble? It has gone wrong. Let me see what happens. Yeah. So over here, month column, E4 is creating a trouble. I'll go for Control Enter. Similarly, day, I'll go for F4. This cell MD should not move down and we should lock it and Control Enter. So this is how your formula should look like something this. Just see.
how to visualize the formula? The control keys.
Yes, with this keyboard shortcut, see above to the tab key, that infinitive key is there. Control with this infinitive key will be helping you to display the formulas and the same key to hide the formulas. It's a toggle key. Same key to formula display, same key to formula hide. So I believe that is working.
Yes, it's working.
Right. So this is how people, whenever there is a need to compute the difference between two setup of dates, or it is all about your projects or any sites you are working, or if you want to compute the aging of between two dates or your own experience, any complaint, you can see all this purpose, this one formula alone is enough. So any difficulties so far, whatever we did, or any questions running in your mind, feel free to ask before proceeding further.
How to fix the formula? Can you please?
F4. You can share your screen, no issues. We can check it out. What is the state you are on?
Is it visible to you?
Yep. Okay, now the formulas are on. Go for control infinitive symbol again. Control infinitive.
Yeah.
Right. Now select everything from one set. Control shift down arrow key and go to the formula bar. Not everything, not everything. Only the year column solution. Year column solution. Right.
Yeah.
Go to the formula bar. Formula bar. D4. Keeping the cursor in D4 in the formula bar. Yes. And then lock it by hitting F4. F4. Yes. Control enter. Similarly, select month completely. No, from the first. No. From the first to last. Month column solution area completely. Yes. Then formula bar E4 lock F4. Control enter. Not enter. Control enter. You should have. Select everything again. Control enter now.
No, it's not.
Okay, keep the cursor in the formula bar. Formula bar. Go to formula bar. And there you keep your cursor. Control enter. Similarly, go for your day also. Select everything. Then go to formula bar. Lock that with F4 and then control enter. Okay. All right. So I believe we all are clear so far, whatever we did, right? So I'm taking the control back on the screen. Now take a look and please try to understand the question what I'm going to ask now. Though we got the answer, but are you comfortable going to each and every column, editing the formula, locking the cells for 3 different times in 3 different columns? Are you comfortable doing the same?
No, sir.
Right. So when you are not comfortable, do you believe that Microsoft Excel will ever recommend to do the job like this? Just a simple question. What's your opinion? Do you believe that Microsoft will ever suggest to do the job like this?
No,
No.
there should
So
be some
that's
shortcut.
right. So whatever we did so far, people, our expert, they will suggest you to do the job like this, but Microsoft never recommend to do the job like this. So select your yellow colored cells where the solution we have designed and kindly delete that. So what we are not supposed to do, we have understood. Hope it is clear. Now, how to make an improvement on this? Let's discuss. As we started the practice since afternoon, first we select our area where we want our solution to design. Okay. Now immediately go for equal to and date diff bracket open. What is the first input? Is the start date, right? So we'll go for our start date over here is in our left. Now hold on there. When I go for my start date, can you see it has picked up a cell reference as C6. What is the meaning by C? C is nothing but column. What is 6? 6 is the row. So in any cell, first column appears, then followed by row. So when I copy this formula towards down, C6 will go to C7, C8, C9, C10, like that. It will move. Do you all agree with that movement?
Yes, correct.
So when I copy this formula down, there is a movement of the cell and the cell is moving only in the column because C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, which one sounds common? The common is C. So we have understood our data is moving, but it is moving within a column. So when the data is moving within a column, instead of locking the entire cell, only lock the column. And to lock the column only, we need to bring the dollar symbol before column. And to bring the dollar symbol before column, we need to hit our F4 key 3 times. We need to hit our F4 key thrice. Just check it out. Are you getting only $1 symbol before C when you hit your F4 key 3 times?
Yes.
So that makes our story as column constant, column freeze, or column lock. Now, what does this column constant mean? Just see. When I copy this formula towards right, C6 will never go to D6 because the column is locked. But when I copy this formula towards down, C6 will definitely go to C7 because row is free. And that's why this setup was needed. And now we have given. Okay, comma. Now, what is the next input? End date. And what is that? Today's date. How to generate it? By using today formula. So this is our next input. And it doesn't need any kind of locking because the default nature of this formula, whichever the cell it goes, it will always generate today's date only. So this doesn't need any kind of locking. Okay. Now, comma. What is the third input? The Excel operator. So when you go to this Excel operator, people, what happens? It has taken D4. And D4, what is the role of D? D is the column. What is the role of 4? 4 is the row. So when I copy this formula towards down, D4 should not go to D5. If it goes, problem will start. But when I copy this formula towards right, D4 should go to E4 for month calculation. E4 should go to F4 for day calculation. Do you agree with that movement? D4, E4, F4.
Yes.
So the moment when it is happening, which one sounds common? D4, E4, F4. 4 sounds common. So we have understood our data is moving, but it is moving within a row. So when data is moving and that too moving within a row, we have to lock only the row instead of locking the entire cell. And to lock the row only, we need to bring the dollar symbol before row number. And to bring the dollar symbol before row number, we have to go for hitting F4 key twice. F4 once, F4 twice. Now there will be a setup, it will be coming up, and it is called as our row constant or row freeze or row lock. Now what is the meaning by row constant or row freeze or row lock? When I copy this formula towards down, D4 will never go to D5 because row is locked. When I copy this formula towards right, D4 will definitely go to E4 because 4 is common and column is free. So D can go to E, it's not a problem. So this setup, it was missing. We have provided now. Formula is ready only with one cell, but we need to apply for the entire range. What is the shortcut we learned?
Control enter.
Control enter. So we got the answer. So this is how people we are supposed to design the formula in a table. We should not go to each and every column, edit the formula, locking the cells in 3 different times. So give it a try and check it's working. So this concept will be very, very helpful, and we are going to keep using the same in our upcoming sessions also. So you have to practice well on that. Any difficulties, do let me know. And whenever you design any template, summary report, dashboards, You have to keep taking the help of all these concepts and you need to design the formula. Is it working? Any difficulties? Okay, so I got one confirmation. How about others?
Yes, it's fine for me.
Okay. Fine. So this is about our date calculations, people. So far we have done some routine work purpose, whatever the necessary formulas, functions we should know, all these things we learned. Then we saw how to make our data informative by adding some more statistical calculations or columns to that. Then we saw how to make our data presentable by using the tabular format and the keyboard shortcut Control L or Control T, and how the formatting is being taken care by Microsoft Excel itself. We no need to worry about it. All this we have saw, we have seen all over here. Then we saw that this hidden function, date div, though it is a hidden one, but how it is so powerful and giving a helping hand to us, and what is the role of today formula to make it dynamic, and what are the uses of y, ym, and md operators for year, year to month, and month to date, and finally, what is the usage of dollar symbol? If for once to making cell lock, if for twice row will be locked and column will be free. If for three times column will be locked and row will be free, depending upon the moment of the data, we should keep working with that. So this is it from our day one session, people. Any doubt, any queries from day one?
So far, no, but we have to practice.
Yes, that is there by default. There's no other choice we have. So day two will be continuing from this only. Okay, so I request everyone, please join the meeting room by 1:55 p.m. Settle down, and dot 2 p.m. we'll start working with our day two topics. Now, during the practice today, if you find any difficulties in any topic, whatever we discussed, any formula, functions, or any queries, make a note of that. And if you want to discuss something with me, please drop a message in that WhatsApp group. I'll be logging in by 1:45 p.m. So 1:45 p.m. to 2 p.m. all our doubt clarification purpose will use the timeline, and dot 2 p.m. we'll start working with our data topics. All right. And maximum by 8:30 or 9 p.m. you will be getting the recordings of day one. So you can have a look at that and just a quick brush up on this, whatever things you have learned.
Sure.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
Fine then. So hope it is useful, whatever things we are discussing, able to connect with that. I know it's too early to ask.